if that did the trick. I bet it didn't. But I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's see. That should turn blue. If not, that means I'm doing it wrong. No, it's working. Holy crap.
Are we live?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
It's just a one button deal where you got it made it easier. Alright. Let me we'll go 3, 2, 1. Now we're live. Now we're 100% live. You can see this, you can see this. Hilarious. Where am I getting the feedback from?
I don't know.
Is that your phone?
Oh, maybe my phone. We're not live though. Oh, here we are. Now we live.
Yeah. Just turn the little.
Turn my volume down.
Yeah, hit a little feedback from the volume.
Here we go.
Yeah, I think for some reason I used to be able to see the comments or whatever on this, but now I can't. So there's a way I just don't know how to look at it properly, deal with it.
I got comments over here on this end, so
yeah, I can see it. I'll get my phone. I thought, where's my phone? But what's up, man?
Good, man. Good, man.
You look good.
Thank you, man. I don't look as good as you though.
Hey, man. You know, you're good genetics.
To see you over there working out every day,
You're good genetics.
making us feel bad because
Nah,
we're not
bro.
in shape like you no more.
Nah, bro.
I used to be in shape.
I bet you're still fast.
Dude.
I bet you can still jump.
Heck no.
Really?
None of that. I'm playing slow pitch softball now.
Not being not fast, like you can get in shape real quick.
I probably could.
Like you got your good genetics.
Yeah.
I mean, you were a beast in high school.
Go back to the slave days, you know, you just breed them.
Yeah, what do I mean? Where am I come from? Corn chugging from?
Yeah, you're probably from somewhere up in Nebraska somewhere.
Hopefully, I was born in Kansas.
Yeah, so
I
your
lived
roots probably
there for
just
2 years.
trace back to Nebraska probably.
Yeah, I'm hoping Viking somewhere.
Yeah, you
Viking blood
yeah, I believe it.
or something, some good Egyptian blood or something in there.
I believe it 100%.
But man, I haven't seen you forever, and you're here because you got a crazy ass story.
Yeah, the story's kind of insane.
And what's weird is it doesn't usually like work out the way it did for you for most dudes, even if it probably was the same case that you were going through.
I think it worked out because I was willing to buck the system. I wasn't spooked. I think they spook a lot of people into taking plea bargains and so they can sweep it under the rug.
Right.
So I was at a point where I was ready to deal with whatever came with it, but I wasn't gonna.
You're not good. Sorry, I apologize for that.
I just refused to go to prison, have a felony on my record, or any of that.
So you had to go to prison?
Oh yeah, they were offering me a 5-year prison sentence in a plea bargain, trying to spook me, saying they were going to give me 15 to 20 if I was found guilty if I went to trial. So, but at that point, I wasn't scared anymore. You know what I mean? I wasn't scared. At that point, I was just like, I'm gonna take whatever come with it because I couldn't do that. Just go to prison voluntarily.
Yeah, you didn't want that on your name regardless.
Well, I didn't want it on my name, but on top of that, I wasn't gonna go without somebody hearing my story. You know what I mean? Whatever you made of it, once you heard it, cool. But I wasn't gonna go and not be able to tell my story.
To a judge, to a jury.
To a jury, to anybody. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you talk to your friends and you deal with your inner circle, and those are really the only opinions you value. So,
and they know you.
And people who know you and know the type of person that you are, and even know your past, you know what I mean? They know the progression, how you've grown up, how you've done a lot of things, you know what I mean? And I just couldn't voluntarily go to prison without standing up for myself. I didn't do anything wrong, you know what I mean?
Especially when they offer a plea bargain, and you're thinking 15 years?
Yeah.
They'll just give me 5.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I see what guys probably like, you know what, I'm probably gonna get screwed anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if I was in that situation, I'd be like, I'm a dude. Probably, and then honestly, you're a black dude. I'd be like, I'm getting out of this one.
It was initially.
What color was the female?
She was a white female. Middle-aged white female at that. 45 years old.
So that never crossed your mind like, damn, this looks bad?
Well, initially, I didn't want to play the race card because I feel like everybody plays it.
Hey.
So at that point, I was like, it's a man thing. A woman calls the police, the man is going to go to jail. They don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at that point, there was I don't know, like a light went off in my head. Like, bro, you didn't do nothing.
Right.
You did what was necessary, and that was it. You didn't do anything extra. Did what was necessary. That was it.
Right.
And so I just felt like I needed to fight.
Fuck yeah. That's crazy, dude. Because I'm not lying. Well, first of all, I'll tell you this about the race car. If I'm doing something and I'm defending myself and I can pull whatever card I pull, I'll pull that shit real quick.
Well, I didn't have to. My attorney actually did.
Well, yeah, if he's smart.
But it wasn't initially. It was after they drug it out. You got to remember, this happened on February 12th of 2017.
Well, when I first saw it, I mean, other than you came up today about we're talking about, I was thinking, I remember that. I was thinking, oh, Curtis ain't doing no shit like that. And then I was like, and I told you right before this even started, I said, it was a white girl, huh?
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah. I was like, damn.
And you know,
that's bad. I mean, if I was you, I'd be going, oh.
And oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I was nervous, but the fear had left. After it took about 8 to 10 months, the fear was gone.
You were down to take whatever.
I was down for whatever because they had already confined me. Mind you, they had put me on an ankle monitor and told me I couldn't go anywhere.
So you're at home with it, but
I'm at home. I could go to work. I had 15 minutes to get from home to work and from work home every day. I was allowed to go to the grocery store on Mondays between 5 and 7. So regardless of what time I got off work,
the worst time,
regardless of whatever, you know what I mean? No matter what time I got off work, no matter what, I had to be home at 7 o'clock, you know what I mean? On Mondays. Other than that, I couldn't go anywhere. And this is from, I went to jail February 12th of 2017. I got out of jail once I finally got a bond reduction because they had me at 100K. Finally got a bond reduction May the 30th and bonded myself out. So when I got, after those little 3 months or whatever in jail, you know what I'm saying?
Those late 3 months?
Yeah, I go in. Yeah, I go in. I'm bonding myself out. As we make the bond, they come and say, oh, by the way, you're going to be on this ankle monitor and you can't do this, you can't do that. And I'm like, oh, well, never mind then. I'd rather be in jail. You know what I'm saying?
Then you're
and they're like,
you're there.
They're like, well, you're not going to get your money back. So you can go home on the monitor or you can stay in jail and we're going to keep your money.
Oh.
And I'm like, well, I guess I'll go home. You know what I mean?
Amen.
So.
Do you do that?
No, I don't play any video games. So I'm just at home, bro. Just like,
that's a habit you should have picked up right there.
Right, I should have picked up something. But just trying to be diligent and kind of help the people who are trying to help me was kind of the only thing I could do, you know what I mean? Got a 4-year-old at home, just a whole bunch of stuff, you know what I mean?
So what happened?
Well,
you can talk about whatever now.
Oh yeah, no doubt. That's done. I can talk about it. Okay. I was briefly dating this woman.
Middle age, was middle age. Middle age.
No, we're not middle aged yet. She's 45 at the time. At that time, I was 30.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I started dating this woman shortly after Thanksgiving of 2016. So I say late November, early December. Went out on a couple of dates, blah, 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 blah. Started staying the night, you know, just doing stuff, you know?
Making connections.
Yeah, just doing stuff.
Yeah.
And
just doing stuff.
And this one particular day, this weekend, I wanted to go visit my grandmother at the time. She was 85 years old. She was old. She needed me to come through, me and my cousins, to come and put in some window units.
Yeah.
So I'm going out of town, you know what I mean? I let her know, you know, that I was going to go out of town. She acted ass. So compromise, just.
Because you're leaving?
Yeah. So I compromised, like, hey, I'll just make it a day trip. I'll leave Saturday morning, come back sometime Saturday evening, cut out the fuss. We do that.
I get it, but.
You know what I mean? I probably shouldn't have, but, you know what I mean? It is what it is. So, you know what I mean? I compromise. Just knowing that the way my relationships have been going, that doing things my way, it wasn't working.
I get it. Yeah.
So I try to, you know what I mean? I try to meet her halfway. Try to do a little
that's
bit.
That's when she should be like, yeah, I get it. You know?
Yeah. But, so I leave this Saturday morning, and I'm there with my family. I go to Colorado City, not far.
Yeah.
75 miles.
Yeah.
So I'm there with my family, just doing my thing at my grandma's house, whatever. So I start getting these texts, like, when are you coming home? And I'm like, I don't know, I'm just here with my family, just chilling, you know? And they just keep coming, and calls keep coming, and just attitude on attitude. So I'm like, yo, You are tripping right now. Like, with this attitude.
She's 45.
Yeah.
Is she divorced?
Yeah, with 3 kids. And so, but her kids are grown, so it's not that big of a guy. Yeah. And so I'm like, you know what? Attitude is out of control. I think I'm just gonna stay the night here, and we can talk about it tomorrow when I get there.
Yeah.
So, fast forward to the morning. Throughout the night, I'm getting texts, whatever. Fast forward to the morning. Well, she sends me a text that night, and she goes, "I'm tired of your disrespect. You stay gone tonight, and we're gonna have big problems when you get back." I'm like, whatever. You know what I mean? So fast forward to Sunday morning. Sunday morning, I pull up. And me just being who I am, I go.
You were expecting shit?
Check this out, bro. Give me a second. So I go check. I'm thinking she's gone. I go check the garage, no car there. There's no car at the house. So I go in, kind of grab my stuff, you know what I mean? And I'm loading some stuff into the car. And as I come back into the house, it's a blind entry. Like I walk up the walkway and then I have to turn to go into the house. So it's a blind entry. As I get there, she's posted up in the doorway.
She been hiding out? She hit her car?
Yes.
And you were loading shit to leave?
Yes.
Okay, now I see what's going on.
So
she was, that's creepy as shit.
Creepy. So at this point, I just do a Curtis type of thing, and I just pretend I don't see her and kind of limbo under her arm and she's blocking the door.
Oh, so you totally saw her.
Yeah. I just try to squeeze by her, you know?
I thought she had a knife or something. Because as soon as I parked the corner, like, it hit me, like, immediately. She hit her car. She hit it and let me walk around. This lady's absolutely nuts. Holy, was she wearing, like, clothes?
Yeah, she's clothed.
Oh, I'm worried about she got something on her.
She's clothed. But I just do a total Curtis thing and just pretend like I don't see her, just kind of. So as soon as I cross by her, she just kind of like body checks me into the wall. And I'm like, bro, like, really?
What are you expecting? You can tell she's crazy at this point.
Yeah, at this point, I know. So we're in the hallway and we're arguing, and she just pushes me. Boom. I'm like, yo, I just want to get my stuff and leave. And she's like, after all I've done for you, this hurt your opinion. I was like, what the fuck have you done for me? She pushes me again. So at this point, I'm like, bitch, don't ever put your hands on me again. And she's like, you know what, get your shit and leave. I'm like, well, that was the plan. So she turns and she walks into the bedroom. And I'm looking, but I don't see her turn right. So I know that she's here. You know what I mean? So as I approach the bedroom door, I'm like, my spider senses are going off. Like, what the fuck is about to happen? And so as I walk in the door,
back to her?
No. She has her back to me. She's walking into the room.
But you know she can't get to you like a knife or a gun.
Yeah, no, she can't get to me. So as I approach the door,
I'm terrified about that.
So as I approach the door, I peek in, and she has a shoebox, and she just chunks it at me. I'm like, you just tried to ambush me and fail? And at this point, it's hilarious to me. And she's pissed. So she just like rushes me, and so I just give her a Barry Sanders like, ah! And she like runs past me, and she like bounces off the wall, and I'm laughing. Like I'm in full-fledged laugh mode at this point, right? So I'm like, man, just let me get my stuff and leave. Like, that's all I want to do is leave.
Was she sober?
She drinks, and she's an angry drunk, and she smells like alcohol, so she probably been up drinking all night, hoping that I'd pop in at some point, you know?
Dude.
So we get up there, and she grabbed, and so I'm just like, let me get my shit and leave. So I reach in the closet, and as I reach up in the closet, she grabs me by the back of my shirt. And so at this point, she's trying to pull me down. So I just turn and like, what the fuck, you know? And she, both hands around my neck, boom, pushes me up against the wall.
Right.
I'm like, oh, this bitch. So
I'm waiting for the knife. If I was you, be waiting for that knife. Cool.
So I just forearm. I put my forearm in her chest and just boom to the ground.
Right.
Like, you fucking crazy bitch. I should call the police on you. But I don't.
But
I don't even get my shit. Listen, I don't even get my shit. Nothing. I just get in my car, leave. I leave everything there. Everything. Get in my car, leave. So about 3 hours later, my dad calls me. He's like, hey, the cops are here. They want to talk to you. Cool. Get on the phone with the cops. He's like, hey, I got some serious allegations against you. Do I need to put a warrant out for your arrest, or do you want to come talk to me? I'm like, I'll come talk to you.
Whoa.
He's like, can you meet me at the police station? I'm like, yes, sir. He's like, 30 minutes. I'm like, cool. Boom, meet him at the police station. Call my mom. Hey, come pick me up. I don't want to go to jail and have my car towed. So she picks me up, takes me to the police station. Gets to the police station, trying to have a conversation with the cop, show him the text messages from the night before. He's like, bro, she's mad. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, but right now, the allegation isn't that you choked her, that you punched her, that you did anything. He's like, I don't have a basis for an arrest. Lets me go. Go on about my business, go to work,
So he's talked to her and everything?
Yeah, he's talked to her. He's the initial cop that showed up on the scene.
Okay.
So I go to work and for a couple days. So I'm at lunch one day and I have a group chat at work. Get a text like, hey, where you at? I'm at lunch, I'm about to pull up. I get like 3 or 4 messages, but I don't ever check my phone to look at them because I'm pulling up.
Right.
As I get out of the car, there's like a couple of police cars. I don't pay any mind. Get out, start walking in the door. Hey, Mr. Rollie, can I talk to you? Yeah, what's up? Well, Miss Such and Such says that you have the garage door open at your house. I'm like, yeah. Boom, go in my car, get it. Here you go. Walk off. As I walk off, get grabbed. He's like, hey, I got a warrant for your arrest, felony warrant for your arrest. I was like, felony for what? He's like, felony aggravated assault. I'm like, what the hell? He's like, yeah, she went into surgery this morning. She has a broken back. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, what the fuck? Boom, go to jail. Don't hear nothing of it. Sit in jail forever. My mom's out working, give me an attorney, all kind of stuff, you know what I mean? The things that I need. So, long story short, we go through all this time. I get out on May 30th, 2017. They sent me trial September the 30th of 2019.
Jeez.
Okay. So I finally get a trial. Well, I'm going to have a dialogue back and forth with my lawyer, private investigator, medical records people.
And the whole time you're at home on a monitor.
Yeah, I'm on the monitor this whole time. Now, mind you, I have to pay for this monitor.
Yeah, of course.
$11 a day.
No!
$11 a day. Plus the initial cost of them putting it on, which was another $2,000.
Oh my god.
$2,000 initially for them to put it on, and then $11 a day every day that I'm wearing it. So I was supposed to go to trial in 2018, June of 2018. The defense claims they weren't ready. They get a 12-month extension. 12-month extension. So I'm going through this. So as we pull up, we start hiring medical records people and everybody to dissect what happened medically.
Right.
Come to find out, she never had a surgery.
Whoa.
Never had a surgery at all.
How did the cop not know that?
Dude who put the warrant out for my arrest, this investigator, never did any investigation on the case. Took her word for it. So we find that out through our medical records expert. So at that point in time, it's been like a year and a half. My lawyer goes to the DA and is like, look, we understand you want the conviction. We're willing to take a 2-year deferred probation right now. No fine. Get the probation. He completes the 2-year probation. Boom, it's done. We get it off his record. It's over. The DA looks at my lawyer and says, my client wants him to go to prison. My lawyer's like, okay, that's what y'all want to do. So we push forward, we get in the trial, and go through a jury selection. It was kind of difficult. You got a lot of men in there who, guys are, some of them were just straight up like, I don't believe there's any reason to put your hands on a woman ever. And I'm like, bro, there's a reason to push an old lady down the stairs. Yeah. You shouldn't do it, but there's definitely a reason to do everything.
I'm with you.
And
no one's above an ass with me, even my mom.
You know what I mean? Nobody's above it. There's some things you shouldn't do.
My mom taught me that.
But you know what I mean? You probably shouldn't do these things, but there's a reason to do everything.
Hey, if somebody's got their hands on you, won't you leave somewhere, and the worst you do is you get off me, and because I'm much bigger than you probably didn't even try that hard, you fell down, probably because you're drunk and been up all night.
And so
I mean, that's you more than acceptable.
So now we get into this jury elimination process.
Prison for that.
Because it's not a jury selection, it's a jury elimination. You eliminate all the people you don't want, and you're stuck with who you're stuck with. So I'm sitting in there, I get
So
two Hispanic guys.
Interview them? Like each person?
Well, it's like a group interview type of thing, and you can kind of point out people and do one-on-ones with them. You know what I mean?
So like if you want to, let me talk to number 7.
Yeah.
They're like, all right.
But you talk to them in front of everybody. You know what I mean? In front of everybody.
So
you can talk to number 7. You can talk to number 52. There's 70 people in there.
What kind of questions would you ask?
Like we're asking questions about,
what do you think about hitting women?
Well, basically, do you think men can be the victim of domestic violence? Do you think that a man has a right to defend himself? Do you feel like, the biggest question was, do you feel like, because in the state of Texas, apparently, one witness is enough for a conviction. So that was one of the biggest questions. Do you feel like, with nothing else, just eyewitness statement, no evidence, no nothing. Do you feel like an eyewitness statement with no evidence could you convict somebody on that? We had a couple people like, hell no, I would never send somebody to prison based on somebody else's word that I don't even know.
No.
So we get into this. So when it's all said and done, I end up with 13 people, 12 people on the jury, 1 alternate. I have literally probably 65 to 70-year-old black lady. I have 2 Hispanic males, one's early 40s, one's late 60s. I have 1 mid-20s to early 30s white girl, and everybody else is 55 and older white Americans.
Goddamn.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So at this point is when the nerves kick in. I'm looking at them and I'm like,
this is going to be bad.
It's going to be bad, but I'm here now. Gotta go with it. So we get into the trial.
Crazy, bro.
Insane. And I'm like, a jury of my peers, there's one peer up there of mine, you know what I'm saying?
1 30-year-old.
Yeah, there's 1 peer of mine up there.
Because mindsets over time, a 50-year-old is like, yeah, you never touch a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, women 10 back in the day probably not choke men out that often.
And so we get into the trial phase.
Oh, shit.
Talk about a lot of different things. She comes, she's the only witness. It's only me and her there.
Right.
She comes up and she's testifying.
Testimony.
No, she didn't go that far, which I thought she probably would. I thought she'd be extremely dramatic.
Did anyone ask to see scars?
So here we go. We get into the trial phase, right? And they're questioning her about what happened that day and the couple of days leading up, from the day that it happened to the couple of days leading up to my arrest. What happened? So as we get into it, we find out she goes to the emergency room that day. She calls 911. Mind you, she calls 911 3.5 hours after the altercation between her and I happened. In between the time that I left her house and the time that she calls 911, she's called a friend. She has a friend over. They've done whatever they're doing,
right?
Concocting the story or whatever. Yeah. And so get 911 call. She calls and she's like, "Oh, I just got beat up by my boyfriend Curtis Rollie, and he's driving a silver Cadillac, and he just went to the baseball field, and y'all need to be really careful because he's known for carrying a gun."
This is on Facebook?
No, this is the 911 call. I'm listening to this in court.
Okay.
And so I'm listening to this in court. It's the first time I've ever heard it.
Jesus.
He's known for carrying a gun, so y'all need to be really careful if y'all approach him. Like, she's going like
he's gonna pull the gun out.
Yeah,
like, huh?
She's going in, bro. And so she's doing all this testifying. And something that my lawyer did that was really fortunate for me is that when I was in jail, he subpoenaed my cell phone. So he has all the dialogue from her and I from December 2nd, all the way to the day that I was arrested, February 14th.
Oh.
So he has all the dialogue.
That's terrible.
One of the best things he could have done. The best thing that he did, honestly, the best thing that he did.
Because they're like, oh, look.
So
this all the grandma text and all that stuff?
This is everything. This is everything.
Oh.
So
that's
she's testifying.
55-year-old wife, you go, okay.
Yeah.
Can't fuck a grandma.
So she's testifying all this stuff. And he, at one point in time, he asked her, like, at what point did you feel the relationship was over? And she's like, oh, the relationship had been over for like 3 weeks. And, you know, we were just, and he's like, okay. He's like, hey, you want to read this? Pulls out a stack of text messages. And she reads it and he's like, you want to change your testimony? She's like, well, So we're getting all this stuff admitted in evidence, and he's like, well, you know, you're begging him to come home. You know what I mean? You're begging him to come to your house. Like, he's telling you no, you're begging. And when he tells you no, you threaten him. Like, he's gonna have some big issues. And lo and behold, less than 3 hours after he gets home, he's in the police station. Like,
so he waited. No one even knew he had this.
So he's just banging it out.
Did you know he had that?
Well, I know he has it because as the defense, you don't have to enter anything into evidence until the trial. It's not like the prosecution. They have to prove your guilt.
Oh.
So all their evidence has to be up front. The defense can put in evidence as needed for the defense. So they've never seen it.
Okay.
They don't know he has it.
Oh, that's terrible. They have no,
so as the trial phase goes, he can enter stuff into evidence at his discretion.
I wonder what that lawyer on her side was thinking. Like,
so she gets caught up like this 3 or 4 times just with documentation, just from text messages that she agreed that she sent. So we get into the medical part of it, and so we get the EMT come in, and he's like, well, we got there, she's calm, she's sitting up, you know, but she's insisting on going to the hospital. It's like, we're not, you know what I mean? This isn't a situation where we feel like we're in dire need of taking somebody to the hospital, but she's insisting on it, and it's our job to do what the patient feels is necessary. So he's like, you know, but we load her up in the back, no sirens, no lights, we just cruise her on to the hospital. They discharge her like 3 hours later, going to the ER. She's discharged, sent home. In the meantime, while she's at the hospital, the officer who's decided to let me go has sent me with 2 uniformed officers to retrieve the rest of my things at the house.
Yeah.
So we get there, nobody's there, I can get my stuff. 5 minutes, I don't have very much stuff there. 5 minutes, I'm in and out. So she's coming home from the hospital as we're leaving, and she sees us. So the next day, she goes back to the hospital. Once she found out I wasn't in jail, she goes back to the hospital.
She just wanted you in jail.
Yeah.
Just mean.
She goes back to the hospital, and according to the medical records, she stays for 5 days. Like, they're trying to get her to leave, but at this point, her insurance is kicking in, they're paying. So if she wants to lay here, oh well, we don't give a crap. So they let her stay there. Like, hey, there's nothing wrong with you. Like, if you want to go to physical therapy for some of the muscle pain that you're saying you're having, cool. She denies it right off the bat. So in the trial phase, he's asking her, like, did you have to go to physical therapy? Did you have to do anything? And she's like, yeah, I did physical therapy the whole time I was in the hospital, and I did physical therapy for 18 months after I got out.
In trial.
So he's like, hey, you want to read this? Gives it to her, she reads over it. Well, what is this? Well, this is the paper that you signed to deny all physical therapy. Here's your insurance record, so they didn't pay for any insurance. The insurance didn't pay for any physical therapy. So we're getting into it, you know what I mean? She's just getting caught up in lie after lie. So she goes on to say that she was in a back brace and on a walker for 8 months, and then she had to switch over to a cane that she was on for 6 months after that before she could walk. No sign of any kind of back brace walker, anything like that that would have been prescribed by a doctor for her to get. None of this stuff ever happened. So we're going, and she's just lying, back and forth. So she gives her statement, and she's caught in lie after lie. And I'm looking at the jury, you know what I mean? We're just paying attention to body language and how people are reacting to certain things. And at this point, they're frustrated. They're pissed. You can tell the body language, like they're angry that I'm here for this at this point. Like, they listened to her lie for like 4 hours, and they're done. So she brings in her witness. Well, they bring in her witness, who she called after it happened. And he gets on the stand. And they ask him, because she's said all this stuff. The house is destroyed. Like, she can't stand up, she can't walk, she can't do anything. She had to army crawl to the front door to let him in, and blah, 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 blah. So he gets on the stand, and they're like, well, how was she when you got there? Well, how was she when she called you? And he's like, oh, she was calm. She sounded a little nervous, but she was calm. She wasn't crying, she wasn't doing anything. Oh, and when you got to the house, he was like, oh, no big deal. She's sitting on the couch, you know, you could tell that, you know what I mean, like, she had been arguing, her face was red, you know. direct contradiction of everything that she said.
But she's looking at him like, what are you doing?
Well, as a witness, you're not allowed in the courtroom while somebody's testifying.
Oh.
So they isolate you. So you never know what the person before you said. So when you come in, you're blind. You're on your own.
Damn.
You're on your own, bro. So they contradict each other's story. Then case the paramedics, medical records person, all these people come in to confirm that she never had surgery, that she insisted on going and staying at the hospital, and blah 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 blah, so forth and so forth. And boom, we get everything going. She gets off the stand, talks to all these other people, put me on the stand. I tell the same story I told you, you know what I mean? Boom, we go into deliberation. And at this point, me and my lawyer are talking, and he's like, man, I don't ever make guarantees. I don't do things like that. He's like, but this is one of the most defensible cases I've ever had. Given everything that we had, based on what she said, this is the most defensible case I've ever had, and I've been a lawyer for 30 years. So he's like, you know, if you're paying attention, like, it got comical in there. It got to a point one day where the judge stopped it at 3 o'clock, sends the jury home. It's like, this is ridiculous.
A waste of time.
Like, this better be over tomorrow. Shouldn't go past tomorrow. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, he was so frustrated, man. So we get into the deliberation process. I go into a little isolation room and take my tie off or whatever, kick my feet up. Lawyer comes back. He's like, hey, we got a decision. Put your tie back on. We got to go back in here. 17 minutes, the jury came back with a decision. Boom. Go through all of it. Not guilty. Boom. So, that's it.
Now, what happened to her?
Nothing. Nothing.
She didn't lose her job.
Nothing. Nothing. And that's the thing. That's the problem. First of all, after the not guilty, the jury gets to leave. She gets to leave. They keep me in there, me and my family, my lawyer, and the judge kind of gives you a little speech, I guess. And he's just like, I'm sorry. It's like, I'm embarrassed. I'm the last line of defense in the judicial system, and I'm embarrassed. Somebody didn't do their job. Somebody could have took 10 minutes to figure out if she had a surgery or not, and we would have never got here. But that's all they can offer you is an I'm sorry.
They can't pay for your expenses.
Well, you have to sue for that.
They have to pay more money.
So, you know, that's how it goes. And so at that point, man, you're just done. Like, oh, they cut the monitor off.
You get your little piece of paper.
Get a little piece of paper that says not guilty. That's it.
And she just goes back to doing.
She just goes back to living her life.
She can.
Yeah, and so, man,
that should be some shit. She should have to do something. Pay something.
This is
go to jail.
This is my solution.
Get shot with a paintball gun. Something.
And see, that's wrong. This is my solution. Everything that you said I did, I should be able to do to you right here in the courtroom.
Just your back.
Yeah, it's just
over the knee, like
just something. And but man, it's over with. Like she gets to.
So she still runs free. You can bump into her.
I can bump into her anywhere.
You can't go straight her.
Nothing. There's no.
How's that not
because
possible?
There's no charges pending.
Other than she's crazy as fuck.
There's no charges pending.
I'd be like, Judge, obviously she's fucking crazy. I'm nervous that I have to live in the same town with this lady. She's not in jail. I mean,
and, you know, time I spent in jail, just lost pretty much 3 years of my life, 30 months.
Yeah.
30 months of my life.
You disappeared on the face of every social anything that was around.
I had to go under alias on Facebook.
You're a beard.
Yeah. Had to go under alias on Facebook.
Just because sneak around?
Because she was literally, bro, like, she would drive by my parents' house.
Oh, throughout that whole period.
She's driving by my parents' house. She's contacting my friends. Like, just doing crazy shit. Even at one point, tried to contact me via Facebook.
Dude, this happens, like, to more guys than probably gets announced. Like,
no doubt.
You ran into the one that you don't want to find.
And then what the worst part about it is,
crazy.
It's men in general. It's men in general. Anytime a woman says, all it takes is an accusation.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean? And like I said, when I started, I didn't want to play the race card because I wanted to do the man card. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is. Anytime a woman cries wolf, no matter what
Right.
phase.
You got to deal with whatever comes.
Even whatever comes with it. Whether he did something or not.
In your life, but you're still, well, you're not, your name's not tattered, but 3 years
Well, it is because I was on the front page of every freaking local newspaper. Like, they had me posted up like a murderer.
I do remember on Facebook, I'm like, dang.
You know what I'm saying? And then you get all these keyboard warriors on Facebook that'll say, oh, well, no. You know what I mean? Everybody has an opinion about something they run around for.
One time you beat me up in high school.
Yeah, and like, it's just, it goes on. So that's what happened. I had a fight back in 2006 when I was living in Snyder. Right? So they went all the way back to 2006 to try to bring that up, misdemeanor, you know what I mean? Fight. You know what I mean? They try to bring that up and the judge is like, really? Like, you're reaching now. Like, you're reaching. This has absolutely nothing to do with this case.
Back in 2006, when he was like, what?
I was 19.
19 years old? Yeah, I expect him to get in a fist fight or two.
And so they're just reaching for anything. And they're like, oh, like the DA was like, he still lives with his parents. Well, stupid, you have me on the monitor, and my parents had to sign for my bond, so I'm confined to their house. Yeah, I'm there, stupid.
You were right. Yeah, exactly.
Like,
you should know. This is things you should know. These are things you should know.
They're just digging ditches for themselves. And so at this point, like,
at least the judge was like, dude.
Yeah. Well, the jury, and I think that's one of the things that happened is with the older jury that I got, like, he played some cards that didn't set well with them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Said a good lawyer.
And, well, I had a really good lawyer.
Yeah.
Shout out Woody. I don't know if he's listening or if anybody knows him. Shout him out. He's a good dude. Thank you. Worth every dime.
He's smart.
and so, but he played some cards that didn't sit well with the older jury. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he lives at home with his parents. These people are like in their 60s. Like, they want their kids to come back and take care of them.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so he just played some cards. And when I got to speak on those issues, you know what I mean? Like, my dad's really sick, couldn't work, couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, plus, I'm at my parents' house because you guys can find me there.
Right.
Y'all had to have somebody with collateral, which my parents' house was the collateral, on top of the money that we spent to assure that I would be here.
You're just there.
So you can find me here.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so just dumb stuff, like thing after thing after thing. You know,
just some like rookie stuff. Like, I saw.
Yeah, like he never.
This is all I got.
Like he never look at Sarah calling.
That's so crazy.
And
so what were you thinking? You're like sitting down in your suit in a courtroom, going, "Holy fuck! I'm in a trial for me being an aggravated assault."
Aggravated assault causing serious bodily injury on a female.
How is this happening to me?
Well,
like I said, I fucking crazy girl.
I had a lot of time to think.
Yeah.
In between, you know what I mean? So between the time that it happened, all the way up until that time, I had a lot of time to think, bro. Like a lot of time to think, and I'm thinking like, what did I do to deserve this? And then I sit back and I'm like, bro, I ignored all the red flags.
Oh yeah, well,
because they were there.
Those quick too.
They were there, and I chose to overlook them. Like there was one particular incident
it helps
where
females realize how to hide the red flags.
So there's one particular incident where she calls me at work and she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna cook dinner tonight. Do you want to come over?" I'm like, "Yeah, cool, I'll come."
This is early in the relationship?
This is early. Well, the whole relationship was only 3 months total. I met her, and after Thanksgiving, 2016, this happened February 12th of 2017. So December, January, half of February. That's how quick this happened.
Damn.
Yeah. So she comes back and she's like, "Well, do you want to come there?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be there." You know, so I get there and I'm not a Coke drinker. I don't drink soda. So I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna run down to the store, grab me something to drink, I'll be back." 7 minutes total. 7 minutes if it was a minute. Like, I'm not even kidding. 7 minutes total. I get back to the house and she stops me in the front door. And she's like, "I know you're out fucking some bitch." And I'm like, "Excuse me?" She's like, "Pull your pants down, let me smell your dick."
Shut the shit, this really happened.
Dead ass, I swear to God.
So this is
this is weeks in. This is weeks in, bro.
Dude, why didn't you run in? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Bro, like,
was it that good?
Listen, no. I can control chaos is my thing.
There's not control about that, bro. When you're getting your dick smelled when you walk in the door 7 minutes after getting some fruit juice.
So, control chaos is my thing. I like a little crazy, you know what I mean? So
is that a little crazy?
So I'm okay.
And she's smelling your dick, accusing you of cheating.
So I'm okay with it at this point, bro. I'm okay at this point. Like,
I'd be like, is there a girl in my vehicle outside waiting?
And so,
like I went down the road, just pulled her, and came back.
So, I know that she's a little throwed. You know what I mean? But at no point do I think she's gonna try to kill me. You know what I mean?
Oh, I would 100%. After I look down and she's smelling my dick, not doing anything else with it, just smelling it to make sure it smells like it's supposed to smell.
Whatever it's supposed to smell like.
I go like this. I go. This is a strategic move right here, pal. After you pull your pants up and she calms down, I'm gonna go through my night. We're gonna hang out, and then after in the morning, she'll never see me again.
I don't know, bro. Like I said, I ignored a lot of warning signs, but I've never had woman troubles. You know what I mean? Like and that's the one thing I've been fortunate about. I've never run into a crazy female.
Oh, okay. I haven't really had that.
You know what I mean? I haven't had a crazy female. So I'm
not thinking crazy girls, but I've never it would go as far as that.
Yeah.
You know, I'd be like, I'd fade away.
Yeah, I'm not thinking at this point, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, she's insane. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
she's into some freaky stuff.
Yeah, like,
we're going to beat up later.
Yeah. And I'm like, and that was just one particular.
What did she do? She smelled your dick. She's like, oh, you're good.
Yeah, she's just like, okay, we're back in the kitchen and cooking.
Then for sure, no, she's fucking real good. Like, she hops up and okay.
Like, goes back in the kitchen, starts cooking, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
I get the fuck out of there.
Like, this is weird, you know what I mean?
There's nothing weird about it. It's scary.
So I'm like, this is weird. 100%. But okay, she's whatever, you know what I mean? Like, if that makes her feel good about whatever, like, okay, I'm cool with it. So and that's just one of the instances where she just goes insane.
Let me smell your dick.
And so, as we're in court again, this is another one of those moments where even my lawyer leaned over to me and was like, this bitch is crazy. She tells them that I beat her up Super Bowl Sunday. She's like, yeah, he beats me up all the time. He beat me up Super Bowl Sunday. And my lawyer's like, oh, that's cool. I start thumbing through the text messages. Here we are, February 5th. Okay. So, he's not there all day apparently because you're asking him what time is he coming to start the grill. So we go on through the night. Here you are at about 11:20. And he's like, can you tell me what that is? Look, she's sending me nudes at 11:20. No, she's sending me nudes at 11:20.
Oh.
Like, cause I booked it at 11.
So he looks at her bare ass naked and goes,
you want to tell me what this is at 11:20? And he's like, so that's how you respond after getting beat up?
What does she do?
She's just like she's shocked. Like,
but her rebuttal is just like,
yeah, really. She's standing there, she's sitting there, and she's like, and he's like, never mind.
How would she keep calm during jury? How would she, you say something like interject, like, see?
And
what
so
are you doing?
We're getting to this point, and my lawyer's like, oh yeah, she's worse than we thought. Like, so he's like, man, he tells the jury, he's like, she's just making up shit as she goes. Anything that she feels like could stick it to him, she's gonna go with it. And man, it got bad. Like, I'm telling you, it got comical in there. And I'm thinking, because I just had a buddy go through it, another teammate of ours who happened to just went to prison not too long ago.
What?
Yeah, for an aggravated assault causing bodily injury on a female. He went to court, he was convicted, he was sent to prison.
Didn't do it.
I don't know if he didn't do it. What I'm saying is I talked to him as the trial was going on, and he was like, man, it's the worst thing in the world. You sit there and people just talk down on you. Like, everything they say about you is negative. And he's like, it's the worst feeling in the world. And so as I'm sitting there, as I'm approaching it, I'm thinking, this is what it's going to be.
And then it was total opposite.
It was opposite, because it got comical with all the lies that she told.
Maybe he did.
Well, maybe he did.
Maybe you have damning proof that makes you go.
Yeah. But you're still thinking.
Hopefully he didn't.
But you know, their job is to make you look bad.
Right.
So that's what I'm anticipating as I go in there, is for them to say and do things to make me look like this horrible animal.
Right.
And they couldn't do it. Like, and the more they tried, the more comical it got. To the point where even the judge at one point just like put his hands in his face and laughed out loud.
Let you know, like, it's gonna be okay.
And he just kept saying, Like every time he would address me, he'd be like, "You and your wonderful lawyer." And every time he'd say something about her, he'd be like, "Her credibility's already shot. Her credibility's shot." Because she had been caught in so many lies, you know what I mean?
I just don't know. I wonder what her brain was thinking. Everyone, all right, we're getting his ass today.
And
it's going down today.
And so as we get further into the trial process, we found out that upon saying that she had surgery, she was given some information about a county victims fund. The county has a victims fund set up for women who are victims of domestic violence.
She was trying to get some money?
She received almost $9,000.
How the fuck is she out of trouble?
$8,800. So the condition of receiving the money is you have to testify. As long as you testify, you don't have to pay it back. If you back out on the testimony,
so she would
have to pay it
$8,000.
So she had to go in there and testify.
And she still got it. So she got $8,000.
She got the $8,000 like a year before this. You know what I'm saying? $8,800.
How can you not get charged for theft or something?
She's bound under the contract only to testify.
They just worded it wrong.
Only to testify. You know what I mean?
But they fixed that problem. I mean,
So,
only testify and found guilty.
And so she's legally bound by the contract to show up. Because I think honestly, with all the lies, man, I don't think she would have shown up. Had she not been
pushed it that far.
Had she not been contractually bound to it. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck? So she got $8,800 for whatever.
Just free money. You know what I'm saying?
Just for telling a story.
That's it. For making up a story. But the reason it happens so often, in my opinion, is because there are no repercussions. Like you get to come in here, you get a lie.
That could be a racket that women get into.
I believe it's already one.
So she goes back, finds another guy, gets cracked or whatever she says, and gets another $8,800. She can just get you. All she's worried. So the reason she was pressing you so hard probably to go to prison is she knew she had to get in trial.
Mm-hmm. So man, it's in the process, bro. Like the process, like our other ex-teammate who went through this similar situation, from the time this crime committed to the time he was in trial was like 7 months. You know what I mean? Like 7 months, quick. Come back online, bro. We had 30 months before from start to finish. You know what I mean? And just I don't know if it was one of those situations where they felt like they could try to break me and make me take the plea, or if they were waiting me out to see if I would mess up on the monitor so they'd be able to stack something on me. You know what I mean?
Or do you think she found out about this program? It's like, I just gotta get this guy to fucking push me down or do something to me. Get this money, drag it out enough I can spend this money, and then when I get to court, if I have to just sit it out, I'll take it. But I got the money, it's gone. They can't get it from me because it's already spent.
So it's one of those things, bro. Well, not really, because the depth that she went through in the text messages and the way that she would threaten me and the things that she would say make it seem like this was premeditated.
She might have been.
You know what I mean? Like
she had a girlfriend that was like, guess what?
Literally told me like, if you don't come home tomorrow, you're gonna have big issues.
Getting you fired up, like hoping you're all amped up and you can walk in the door.
And I'm like, what? You know what I mean? And then to go as far as
I still can't get a smelly dick thing.
Hiding your car, wherever. I don't know where it was at.
But
it's not in the garage. It's not parked around the house anywhere. You know what I mean? I did a full inspection, bro.
Hindsight being 2020, I know, but me personally, when I cracked that corner, all those thoughts that flooded in my head, and I'm like, oh my god, she's crazy as shit. And then I've been like, you know what? Like you said, there's 5 minutes worth of shit left. I'd be like, you got my cell phone, you got my wallet, you got my keys.
Can have it.
I'm out.
Yeah. And that's what I should have done.
But hit the car, and it makes me want to think, where was she hiding? Was she in like a closet, like super creepy?
Like, I don't know where she was
around the corner. Like a normal person would be around the corner. She like
what she said in court is that she was asleep, and I woke her up when I came in. Is what she said.
Where was your car?
Her car? Oh, I still don't know.
I'd be like, well, where was the car?
I still don't know, bro. But I'll tell you this: when the cops escorted me back to get the stuff, there was a truck parked in front of her house where I had been previously parked. And when she drove past me, she was in her car. her friend was driving the vehicle. She was in the passenger seat. They rolled down the window and like in her car.
Like set up. I'm gonna give you a ride, drop the car off.
Like, bro, it like, and you go back and look at it. It's crazy.
Is that the dude though?
Yeah, it's the dude.
So he was getting a piece on the side too.
Probably.
Thinking that was going to come out of it. And then I think he probably realized at the end, like.
In all honesty, I think they, because they had been friends for a long extended period of time, from what I hear. But I think they had been in some type of relationship over the years, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know.
What if you're just a victim, brother? They just target you to get 8,800. You know, here's half right here.
And just like, just all because, simply because I had decided, like, it's a wrap, you know what I mean? Like, you tripping, like, I'm out, you know what I mean?
Where'd you meet this woman at?
Man, believe it or not, I met her at a Miller College basketball game.
Who goes to those?
Crazies, apparently.
Oh, yeah, and you.
Yeah.
Crazies and crazy hunters.
And so I'm like, man.
Did you know how, like, okay, I truly believe that some people, men, women, it's easier women, I can walk up to a woman or a man, and you can look him in the eye, and you're like, oh, he's crazy as fuck. Don't have to say a word.
Yeah.
Like, you just look at him and go, oh, yeah, that one's out there. Like, you know, like a bear looks at it's just like there's nothing going on, but like maybe savagery in their brain. She's nothing like that from day one.
Nah. She
or she played real good.
She plays a really good character. You know what I mean? She plays a really good character because as we dig back into her past, you know what I mean, with the private investigator and stuff, we found out that there's men who've had restraining orders on her before for acts of continual violence. Like there's a past. You know what I mean?
Alright, if you're gonna date somebody, you got Facebook, you got all these things, you need to check them people out. Just like when you're hiring somebody, they check your Facebook, they check everything.
But it wasn't that real though, you know what I mean?
Dude.
Like the relationship never was that real to that point.
Here's what that real to that point is. When she calls me, I leave from where I'm at, get my vehicle, drive to where she's at, and spend time with her there. That's real enough for me to background before I walk in there.
And like I said, man, like I said, the crazy didn't bother me because I never thought it would get to a point to where, like,
you're one of those dudes that like punch in the face and stuff. You're like, I like that.
No, I'm not that. But you know what I mean? A little bit of crazy.
I don't like nothing crazy.
You want a woman who's crazy about you, right? Who's willing to go to certain extents to prove that they care or
but
whatever.
But your dick is not to that extent, bro.
But like, you just never know. Is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you never know. You know what I mean? And so...
are you getting comments? Because I just see people looking. I can't tell the comments.
Yeah, nobody. Brianna was the last person to comment. Hey,
yeah. I saw her say something.
And, you know what I mean? So I never thought it would get to that point. But I was warned by somebody who was previously on the show and is watching right now. Shout out Mr. Jameson. He told me that she was nuts.
Oh, Marlon?
Marlon told me.
Bro.
He pulled me to the side one day. He saw me with her.
Your friend
and he goes, bro, something not right about her. You probably want to make an exit plan.
I guarantee you, Marlon probably hung around just as long as you did. Just got luckier because
well, Marlon,
it's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Crazy catcher too.
But you know what I mean? I don't know. But he did warn me. You know what I'm saying? And at that point in time, I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like maybe his version of crazy is a little different from my version of crazy. You know what I mean? But he warned me. He said, hey man, get out. He did do that. We were in Odessa, he saw us together, and he looked me square in the eye and told me, hey, get an exit plan. You gotta get out of this one.
He ain't lying to you, man.
And like less than 30 days later,
he's pretty solid.
Less than 30 days later, I was in jail.
Dude. Yeah.
I'm
gonna have him on shortly, buddy.
So, you know what I mean? He did warn me. I can say that. You know what I mean? I can't deny the fact that...
your dick smell, your buddy said,
yeah, man. He warned me, you know what I mean? And so, you know, he can sit back and be like, I told you so. Everything you get now, you deserve because I told you.
I don't know about all that, but you deserve something. You deserve at least a swift kick in the nuts. Like, you know, minus all the court shit. Like,
yeah.
If you get successful, you got no problem. Someone should kick you in the nuts, like, bro, next time the girl smells your dick,
get out. But
like, you know what those aren't the kind of thing. Okay, those aren't sustainable. That's not a sustainable thing. Like, you can't sustain that as a relationship. It's like trying to say all you're gonna do is eat green beans the rest of your life. It's some crazy shit. It's just not gonna happen. Like if a girl's wanting to smell your dick and then you can't be at your grandma's house because she's burning up and you're trying to cool her off.
Yeah.
She's 85.
And you know, and it got crazy, bro, because during this whole thing, I lost my grandmother. My grandmother passed away while I was still on the monitor, still dealing with a lot of stuff.
3 months, though.
You know what I mean? So listen, man. So I go to jail, right? I'm in jail, whatever happens. I get out. My grandma gets extremely sick. She lives in Carter City, so they're shipping her everywhere. Abilene, San Angelo, everywhere. She's sick, you know what I mean?
Right.
Boom. One night, getting ready for bed. Boom, get a phone call. She stopped breathing. They're rushing her to the hospital. Nothing I can do. I can't get in my car. I can't leave. I can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So now my mom, my brother, my dad, everybody's gone, leaving, going down there. I'm stuck at the house. I can't do nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm stuck with myself and my thoughts. You know what I mean? And that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? This happens like on a Saturday, so I can't talk to these people about the monitor till Monday. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so my grandmother passes away. They finally decided to let me go on Monday. Boom, you know what I mean? We do the whole thing, go clean out my grandma's house, bury her, all this stuff, you know what I mean? I gotta go back home, I'm back confined. 5 months later, man, I get a phone call, I'm at work. My aunt stopped breathing. They just had to fly her to San Angelo. She's there, she's on a respirator, like 30-something days. They get it off her, finally think she's strong enough, send her home. She's dead in 6 days. So I gotta go through this whole thing again. But now, on this monitor, bro, they're telling me, oh, well, that's not immediate family, you can't go.
That's terrible.
You know what I mean? I ended up going anyway. Like, at this point, I don't even know, what are you gonna do? It's been 2.5 years. What are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man.
Humans are fucking crazy.
Yeah, man.
I was like, what if it was your aunt? You don't like your aunt? Like you fucking hate your aunt? You don't like your aunt?
Yeah.
I like my aunt. I want to go to my aunt's funeral, you fuckhead.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? I want to go bury my relative.
I don't want to stay and party. I just want...
You know what I mean? I want to go bury my relative. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
and so, but, you know, and you have these people who have a limited level of education. They work for the city for $14 an hour, if that, through Midland County pretrial, and they monitor your monitor, and they tell you what you can and can't do. But I'm serious, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and they get to dictate what you can and cannot do.
This is one thing.
Yes, this is like the pride of their life.
Yeah.
Like,
fuck you, yeah. Your aunt. I don't care.
Yeah, like
I run this shit.
And that's what it is, man.
And you're like, and then you hold up at night and like, yeah.
And then you're sitting there, you can't even see this motherfucker, so they can't feel the heat coming off you, you know what I mean? Because you're on the screen talking to them on fucking telephone and shit. And you're like, oh, well, that's not immediate family. I don't think you should be able to go to that.
Was it a male or female?
It was a female, too. And you know the worst part about it is she was Mexican. Like, y'all see everybody as family.
I'm like, are you an aunt? I'm like, sure you're fucking an aunt, right?
You know what I mean?
How old are you? 30? You're an aunt.
Well,
if you she's older.
She's an older lady. She's probably in her 50s. And I'm like, bro.
I hope your toilets turn black and fall off.
And like, bro, I'm like, really?
That's crazy.
So I had to go through all these different channels and do all this
stuff. You can't just bail because they'll know you're gone.
So I got to go through all these channels, and finally somebody to override her says, yes, this is okay.
And that fucking...
Yeah. So
she went home and she was like, no nipple play today, husband. This motherfucker ruined the day.
Yeah. And so I'm like, and that's kind of what it was like, man. Like, life was shitty. Like, my son, first day of school. Oh, yeah. First baseball game, first football game, first basketball game. None of that shit I'm allowed to do. Not because I'm in jail, because he's at the house 3 or 4 times a week. He sees me. You know what I mean? And he's like, well, Dad, are you coming to my game today? And I'm like, no, baby, I can't.
I got a big box of them.
Yeah. And you know what I mean? Like,
and you cannot get those things off, can you?
No. Not without them knowing about it anyway.
Did you ever think of trying? Did you ever fuck with it?
Well, I tried a couple different methods trying to get it off, but it just didn't work. Yeah. Didn't work. But you know what I mean? Like, that, like, hands down, all of it. Jail, losing my grandma was really bad. One of the worst days of my life. Hands down, you know what I mean? Like, my favorite person in the world.
Right.
Up until the point I had a kid, like, my favorite person in the world.
Right.
Lost my aunt, who is literally top 5 in the world. You know what I mean? And through all of that, The worst day that I had, bro, was first basketball game. Like, Dad, you missed my baseball games. Can you come to the basketball game?
Disappointed.
I'm like, I can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, worst feeling ever. Because he's seen me every day. Like, mind you, he's 4. He has no understanding of what's going on.
He knows you're there. Like, why can't you just roll like everybody else?
Yeah, like, my grandma comes.
What are you doing?
My grandpa comes. My uncle comes. My dad don't come.
I be having one of my friends hold the phone FaceTime the whole game.
You know what I mean? And that's way that I'm literally experiencing his first athletic event.
You see it? You're like, yeah, kind of stop shaking.
Yeah. And so, but like, of course, my mom, my dad, my brother, you know what I mean? They are there, but it ain't the same.
But you can't teach them how to shake and bake like you know how.
Yeah, it ain't the same, you know what I mean? And so, you know, you appreciate the support from the people who support you and who supported you through the whole ordeal and took your place in a lot of things where they know you would have been. But it's not the same. Like, there's no comparison to that. And that's shit that I'll never get back.
No, fuck no, dude.
I can't get it back. I can have 10 more kids and I still can't get that back from my firstborn.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
That's the reason that's the reason I'm doing what I'm doing now. Is for that reason. Because time means something. Like, moments mean way more than
I can't get that shit back.
Nope. No matter if people be like, well, you're just at home chilling. Not really, man. You're going crazy. At least if you're in jail, you know.
Yeah.
I ain't seeing shit. I ain't gonna see nothing. Nobody gonna see me.
It's the most false sense of freedom that you can be given.
Yeah, you didn't play video games. What a fucking mongrel are you?
Like, bro, I'm not into it. I've never been into video games. You know what I'm saying?
I could get into something instead of just like, why did you read books or something?
Well, after the first 6 months, they allowed me to get a job. For the first 6 months,
I was going to work most of the day.
So I just tried to work as much as possible.
I just sat in a dark room and thought about how we should have pushed that motherfucker a little harder.
Or, like, I'm telling you, the thought that went through my head on a daily basis was I should have got my money's worth. If I knew I was going to go through this, I should have got my money's worth. You know what I mean?
That's a terrible thought to be going through your head, but when you're in a fucked up mind space.
And like, man, I'm telling you, for like the first year, all I could think about was like, what am I gonna do to this bitch when I finally like if they send me to prison, I get out, I gotta kill this bitch. You know what I mean? Because you turned me to this animal. Send me to prison for something I didn't do. You know what I mean? Now I gotta kill this bitch. Like, I'm there. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean.
So for the first year, that's all I'm thinking is like, what am I gonna do to this bitch? How can I ambush this bitch and fuck her up without getting caught? How can I, you know what I mean? Like, that was my thought process for the whole first year, man. And then after my grandma got real sick and me and her had a heart-to-heart and just black people and their religion and how they feel like God's gonna fix everything. And you know what I mean? And it's hard to...
Well, he did something.
Well, yeah. But it's hard to contradict what my grandma's telling me at the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, she's sick. I know she's sick. So I don't want to be like, nah, I'm not.
No,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I'm listening. You know what I mean? And she's just like, man, you just gotta pray about it. Give it to God. Let it go. And like, bro, one night I prayed and I cried and I just felt really bad. And I woke up in the morning, bro, I wasn't angry anymore. And so I was like, man, fuck it. You know what I mean? Whatever comes, comes. Like, I gotta be, because the one thing she said to me is there's even consequences for doing the right thing sometimes.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, yeah, Grandma Joshua went to Egyptian prison for 21 years, just saying, and then got out to be the king of Egypt, but I got 20 years, Grandma.
Yeah. And that was my thing. When they offered me the 5-year prison sentence, I considered it. Because
So would you win and you got out win?
Well,
you'd win now. Like, just recently.
Well, yeah, recently. But when they first initially offered it, like 17. And I'm like, you know, 2.5 years minimum on an aggravated. I'm gonna have to do 50%, 2.5 years.
So state prison too.
Yeah.
A little more violent, a little more scruffy.
And so I'm like, but the whole time I'm thinking about my grandma, like, she don't have that time left. Like, I know it. Do I want to face that reality? No. But I know she don't have that time left.
She'll be locked up for it.
And if I'm locked up and she dies, there's no telling what could happen.
You'll never get to the funeral.
I'll never get there for one. But my mindset in there and dealing with people who don't give a shit about what you're going through.
Oh, crazy people. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Especially state.
So I mean, just like,
state.
You know what I mean? So at this point, I'm like, man, I gotta fight, and I gotta fight, and I gotta fight. You know what I mean? Never did I think it would take this long
Damn, that's so wild, dude. I cannot believe.
But you know what I mean? Like I couldn't bro. Like
I'm glad you fought it because I'm sure I'd be like, fuck it. You know?
oh yeah, and one more thing I gotta say to all these motherfuckers who, when I was free, I'm looking at you right here in the camera, who said just because you found guilty don't mean you didn't do it. Fuck you.
That's
How about that?
That doesn't make any sense though. Just because we don't
people always got something to say, no matter
many?
what it is. Oh, just because they found you not guilty, just because they couldn't prove you did it, didn't mean you didn't do it. Fuck you.
Like, well, you know, they got transcripts of that whole court case. It'd be hilarious if you read over it.
Just, if somebody would take the time to spend the $6 to go get it and read it, it's public record, and just read it.
So
you couldn't make it through the first 20 lines without laughing your ass off.
Right. Most people just talking shit. It's just the human nature just to talk shit.
Yeah, about shit they don't know anything about.
Yeah.
And so, you know, everybody, initially, a lot of people had shit to say.
Well, it's fun to jump on some sort of wagon.
Oh, yeah, got to.
You know.
And, you know,
people that didn't like you from high school.
And you know what? A lot of those people were fucking strangers. And one person that was talking shit was like a person that I was dealing with on a regular basis before this happened. Somebody who I considered a friend. And like backdoored like immediately after I was arrested. And then as soon as I get out, like, hey, how are you? Fuck you.
Yeah, but you can't be surprised. I'm not, dude. People don't surprise me. I'm like,
I wasn't surprised by it. But like, don't try to come back and be like,
I would tell them, yeah, I got you, bro. Keep that same energy you had.
Same energy.
It's okay. Keep your energy.
And so, just people just running their mouths and talking shit.
But now you're good. Like, you're recently.
Yeah, October 3rd. October 3rd, I was completely acquitted of all charges.
She goes back to find boys that put you.
Well, apparently she recently got married to some dude with money. So, you know.
Maybe getting divorced and paying out real quick.
No, I'm about to go fuck with their money. I don't care if it costs me another 10 grand to sue.
Oh, I get you. Yeah. Oh, I would. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I just want to fuck with people's lives the way that they fucked with mine for 3 years.
Well, come on now. You ready to go back to court for that shit?
This is the thing that I want. This is what I want to do. I want to go to court. I want to win a lump sum of money from them, but I don't want them to pay me. I want to put a lien on their house and just have them worried about me putting their house up for sale or the city putting their house up for sale every motherfucking day. That's what I want.
You're a cold motherfucker.
But I should be. Like, at this point, I have to be because, like, I can't just, all right, thank God I'm free. Like I told y'all from the beginning that I didn't do this shit. And had somebody done their job in the police department, 10 minutes is all it would have taken.
Yeah.
That's all it would have taken.
I think you should just get the money, go do something that's enjoyable with people you like, and then let that chapter be gone. Man. It's not nothing holding on to shit. Well,
I'm not holding on to it. I want them to have to hold on to something.
You're holding on to it. If you're gonna have to lean, you'll be connected to that woman. You do like crazy chaos shit. What's wrong with you, motherfucker?
I'm just saying, bro. Like, I want the worries that I had, and the worries that my mom had, and the worries that my grandma went to her grave with.
But they ain't gonna get that. All you gonna keep more worries. You have to pay money, go through the shit, dress up in the thing. It's more stress. It's unnecessary.
It probably is unnecessary.
I understand getting some money from them because they fucking took money from you, but the lien on the house, you don't want to do it. That's like being tied to her. Like, I see.
No, that's her being tied to me now.
Well, yeah, but you don't. Go get some money from her, buy something nice, or go do something fun. Have all that. Take that money and do something real enjoyable,
bro.
Say take a lot of pictures. Put it on your Facebook and stuff, because she'll see you and be like, and go get a video you at a strip club, be like, or the shots are on, whatever her name is, just to buy your thing. But no, you can't.
And you know what? Everybody keeps telling me
keep that shit in your bro.
Everybody's like, it's gonna be bitter, it's gonna be bitter.
Yeah, you'll never be happy.
And I'm like, man, I'm already bitter.
It'll carry over to other shit. Yeah,
I'm already bitter.
It'll carry over to other shit though.
Because
it'll carry over to other shit.
The money bothers me that I spent so much money. It bothers me. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. That's why you should get some money.
And
but
the time, bro.
Yeah, but you know what?
I feel like my child.
You're about to invest more time.
My child was cheated, man.
Take days off of work to go to court to keep this bitch in some sort of purgatory that you're living in with her, bro. You cannot. You just want your son, get the money, grab your boy, and you go do some cool shit. What does that have to do? I don't know. I got some money, son.
We're gonna go do it. Yeah. I get it, you know what I mean?
And then by the time you're gonna spend that money, you're like, I don't feel like that.
Yeah.
Hell.
You know, like I said, I wasn't, after I found out everything that went on.
Because karma will take care of everything.
Oh yeah, no doubt. She already got cancer and all kind of shit. Yeah, you know what I mean? Look at God.
Bro.
Maybe I went too far with that one. But
God's like, hey.
The universe.
No, the universe is 100% what happens.
The universe.
I'm not saying cancer got it because you got 3 years of your life, but maybe part of it, maybe she was a cigarette smoker for 20 years. You find some sort of pleasure in that though.
Well, I'm not finding pleasure in it, but you're not gonna get any sympathy from me.
Oh no, no.
You know what I mean?
Hey, well, you can't get sympathy for something that's like inevitable, I guess.
I mean, you ain't gonna get no sympathy from me.
What kind of cancer did she get?
I hope she got all of them, but I don't know. I just heard it was cancer.
You gotta stop, bro. Listen,
bro.
Hey, take all that shit off. Well,
I gotta get it out. You know what I mean? If I never say it to anybody, I'll hold on to it forever.
I'm with you.
So I gotta get it out. 100%. You know what I mean?
But you gotta get it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm getting it out.
Tied up in litigation is not getting it out. Tied up in no. Putting on the suits and doing a monkey dance in the courtroom to just keep fucking sticking it to her is like, but you're gonna carry the same energy you have while you're sitting with the ankle monitor on, thinking about how you could stuff her body in a lime hole.
But this is my thing though. I'm no longer angry at her. My anger is no longer towards her. My anger is towards the motherfucker who wouldn't take 5 minutes to do what he's paid to do any fucking
That guy probably doesn't even work for Midland anymore.
Yeah, he is. He's still here.
Let him go, dude.
Nah. Hell no, I ain't letting him go.
You can't take him to court.
But I can take the entire police department. He's a representative. I can literally go after the entire police department.
You could, but goddamn, dude. I guess you're right, man. I had to deal with this for 3 years. Maybe I'd be resentful as fuck too. I hope I wouldn't be.
You would be.
Man, no, but you've always been kind of like a mean,
I'm not a mean spirit.
Not mean, but
I'm a free spirit, but I hold grudges.
Yeah, there you are, yeah.
I hold grudges, man.
Not good, man.
I hold grudges. And once I see an opportunity, I pounce because I never forget that shit. I never forget.
Man, I'm not saying you're wrong. I understand where you're coming from, 100%. I just personally think I don't have that kind of time.
You only think that now that you've become a father. See, I knew you before all that.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
So,
but
you know what I mean?
I don't invest my time to be invested with my kids.
Yeah.
Do.
No,
I can't be worried about the city. First of all, taking on the cops, bro, is gonna be a motherfucker.
And it's not about winning. And a lot of people think it's about winning. It's not about winning. It's about holding people accountable. Once you put them on the forefront, whether you win or lose.
You know what you should do? You should make a YouTube show or something and just talk about it. Put them on blast. Yeah. Put up as many things as you can find that these people do wrong.
But what does that do if you never be able to sit there and look somebody in the face and say, hey, you were wrong. And for somebody else to say, you were wrong. It's not about winning or losing. It's just about the accountability.
We're going to do this.
Yeah, and I get it. But you gotta take people to task. You know what I mean? Because it only takes one spark to start the flame.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean? And so you gotta take people to task, man.
I agree with that.
And I think that's where the next phase is about. Just take people to task. It's not about winning, it's not about losing. The money's gone. If I never get it back, guess what? I don't have it right now. So the money's gone. But it's about showing some accountability and saying, hey, sometimes y'all aren't right. Just because you have a badge doesn't make you right. And just because you have a badge, you can't cut corners because people's freedom, people's lives are on the line every single day.
Maybe you should make some sort of petition or some sort of group where guys like you that's gone through this get together, you get her money, you create some sort of something that you can compete with.
Yeah, and again,
a department that's going to be hard.
And I don't want to compete. I think that's where you got it misconstrued. I don't want to compete. I just want them to know that
I should say
from the beginning, from here forward, We are no longer just going to allow you to do what you want to do.
Right.
Because when you're wrong, somebody's going to have to be held accountable. And accountability starts at the top, in my opinion. You have to go, everybody at the top has to lead by example. So if you want it to be a trickle-down effect, then you have to take on the whole thing and say, it's not about winning. It's just about putting it out on the forefront. Because the thing that it's going to do is when that case comes, Newswest 9, 7, 2, they're going to be on it.
Right.
Because it doesn't happen often. And it's just about the publicity and letting people know that there are options. You're not going to always win, but it's about taking people to task. It's about letting the community know that what you pay for on a daily basis, every time you take money out of your check, every hour that you work, and the service that they're supposed to provide to you, you're getting shortchanged.
100%.
So it makes the community hold them responsible and hold them accountable. It's not about winning. It's just about accountability. And if you can start making people be accountable, then you can start to maybe make some changes. I'm not saying this is gonna make every cop do their job.
Right.
I'm not saying that, but if it makes one a little bit more diligent in his job, then we won.
Right. I'm just saying, instead of going at it alone, find a way to bring people in that are either involved, like in the middle of their thing, or going through it, that did not do it. Find a way to get their voice heard along with others. Instead of just one guy going, it used to be hard to get heard.
Oh yeah.
Once all these powerful voices, especially in this town, that can just go.
Oh yeah. This town can draw you out quickly. You know what I mean?
Instead of wasting all your money and time, like in court, maybe find a more positive way to bring light to it.
Yeah.
Bring other people, because there's a shitload of dudes.
Oh yeah, and the middle, just not dudes, just people in general who the cops didn't do their job,
Right.
and at some level they had to pay for something they didn't do, or something they shouldn't have had to pay for, because somebody in an authoritative position didn't do their job.
Yeah, half-assed, 100%. And that wasn't just the cop; that was somebody above the cop. That was an investigator.
Well, that's what that's when I say the cop. I mean the detective.
Right.
You know what I mean? That was assigned to investigate this particular case.
He must have just walked in.
In all honesty,
you're in the hospital. Oh, back surgery. All right.
And in all honesty, the initial cop did everything I feel that he could have done. He called me in instead of just going in, putting me in handcuffs.
Right.
He called me in. He spoke to me. He heard my side of the story. He went through my phone. He read those text messages, and he did a very detailed statement and didn't see any cause for arrest at that time.
Right.
So that guy, Officer M. Herrera, Midland Police Department, he is now a detective, did his job. It's once it got past him and got to another level,
right,
that somebody just took her word for something, and bam, that was enough.
So he walked in, he must have seen her then.
Yeah, he saw her. He did the initial assessment. He was the first one on the scene when 911 was called. So he saw her.
She's up crawling.
He got her statement. He got everything. You know what I mean? And then that's when he called me.
Blatantly obvious that he went that far.
And that's how we got here. You know what I mean? Because he did his job. He released me. He let me go. Said he didn't see any basis for arrest.
Right.
Apparently, he goes to a detective for a little bit more investigation than what was initially done there. And boom, he talked to her at some point, and she, under oath and everything, said, "Yeah, I told him I had surgery, but I didn't."
You know for a fact that he just called her and she was in the hospital.
I don't know if he called her or if he actually went there. But if he went there, it makes it even worse.
Right.
Because there was somebody there who could have told you, a medical expert who could have said, "Nah, heck no,
she won't leave."
Yeah.
There's no.
And like we have very, very detailed statements from the ER nurses, from the charge nurse from the day that she stayed there, and said, "Hey man, we tried to get her to leave. She's trying to get morphine, and we're telling her no."
Trying to get morphine.
Yes.
I was just to her.
And so at that point, man, it's just like somebody didn't do their job. Like you get paid to do a job. Right. Like at least half-ass it. Like he didn't even half-ass it.
Well, the problem is when you do that job, you really can't half-ass it. It's not like you're digging a ditch for a sprinkler or there's certain jobs like being a bomb technician or digging next to a live NGO pipeline. You can't half-ass it.
Yeah, you gotta be diligent
every day. If that's what you do every day, you can't have real die.
You gotta be diligent in that because people's lives are on the line.
Yeah, somebody's future is at stake. and you're like, fuck, I'm over or whatever.
Whatever the case may be, you know what I mean? Or very simply, like my lawyer said, first of all, everything now is about women's rights.
Mm-hmm.
There are no men's rights.
Yeah.
He goes, it's about women's rights.
So, triggered. It was triggered.
So now you have this whole thing going on with this Me Too movement. Now you're a man who's alleged to beat up a woman, and then on top of that, you're a black man and a white woman.
Right.
He's like, all those things come into play. All those things come into play. But had somebody took 10 minutes to say, hey, doc, this is what she's telling us. Can you confirm it?
Right. Yeah, just talk to the doctor. Did she have back surgery? No.
Can you confirm? This is what she's telling us is going on. Doc, can you confirm it? Miss Nurse, can you confirm it?
That's so crazy.
That's all.
This happens, I'm sure, all the fucking time.
But that's the problem, is that it happens all the time. It's happening too often, man.
We live in a corrupt, I mean,
every time I turn on the news, you know what I see? I see some man lost his job because some lady alleged that he did something to her.
Oh, yeah.
And I see some dude getting free after 27 years of prison and after he's been exonerated for some shit he didn't do.
Oh, yeah.
Every single day.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm actually, next week, I'm pretty sure I'm having a guy on here that's going through some shit right now, wife and kids, and he's doing it for dad rights. That's what he's fighting for. Same kind of issue.
We're second-class citizens when it comes to that.
Yeah, but no one cares. Think about it. No one cares.
Nobody cares about us being second. When it comes to parenting, we have to be second-class citizens.
Yeah.
We have to be the weekend parent. For some reason, we make all the money, we do all this, but we're not fit to be the custodial parent. I have to pay you to be able to afford to take care of kids that I can take care of on my own.
Or just the sheer fact that you have two parents that want to take care of their kids and both are capable, that it should be obvious. The court goes, ma'am, I understand what you're saying, but he's just as much a parent as you are. 50%. Like we're gonna find a way to the amount of days that you guys spend together, and it's gonna be right. That's how it's gonna work.
But they won't.
No.
It's just like men who pay $2,000 and $3,000 in child support and the woman doesn't work.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be paying child support, not house support. He's not supposed to be able to support everybody in the house. Because I got a buddy who's going through that. He has a baby mama who has a couple of kids, 3 kids. One is his, and he pays child support. The other 2 dads don't pay child support, and she don't work. So basically, he's taking care of everybody in that whole damn house.
Right.
How's that fair to him?
They don't care though.
They don't do shit.
Because if he stops, they'll put him in a cage.
Quickly.
Right. And then expect for him to pay for it when they let him out, the back stuff that he accrued while he was in the cage. It's just a racket. It's 100% a racket. I mean, no one cares about guys. But
like I said, there not once have we heard anything about men's rights.
Dude, but I'm the worst guy to tell me, because like I tell my daughter, she's 12, going into junior high. All these boys, I would tell her, like, boys right at that age are barely humans. Because there are. So we got a reason we have the bad rap. We are kind of.
We're our own worst enemy.
Because there are some savage dudes that do some stupid shit. And then, I don't know, it's fucked up. And I'm with you. But sometimes it's like, I even think about, I'll just be scrolling through some shit. And I'm like, you'll see that. I'll read that and I don't know if he did it or not, but, he probably did or something. Who knows? That guy's huge. He look crazy as fuck.
And a lot of it is based on that, man. Appearance.
If you're a big tattoo, just giant.
We just make a lot of face value judgments.
Thank God you've never been like a very scary dude. You're a friendly person. So
Yeah.
you don't put out that vibe. Like, you walk in the courtroom and they're like, oh shit, that guy was scary as fuck. Like a Debo looking dude just walk in and just, what's up?
And a lot of people at face value, man, that's what you get.
Yeah.
A lot of people judge the book.
Yeah,
read the page.
I could 100% see something looking at somebody scary in it. Like, say you looked like a big scary dude, or all tattooed up, scarred up. And they would hear this testimony and still find a way to be like, that guy probably did look at him. He's terrifying.
Yeah.
I think he looked at it like he's gonna kill me earlier. And you're like, no, I didn't look at anybody like
Yeah, I'm in here concerned, fighting for my life. And I was very fortunate, like I said, to have people on the jury, I believe, that were diligent and people that were listening. You know what I mean? Instead of some people who just didn't want to be there. You know what I mean? Because...
So you ended up luckily getting a good jury.
Yeah.
When you were like, fuck.
And I looked down and just, like I said, based on the scenario, based on what I was there for.
Oh, I 100% thought I was fucked if I was you.
And based on what I saw. Everybody there's
dude. Just being a white guy. It could have been all old white dudes. I'd be like, dude, they're gonna fucking can me because they're like, you're hit a woman.
Yeah.
But how the fuck you hit a woman? There ain't no reason to even touch a woman.
No, and there was a guy in jurisdiction who's like, hey man, I'm gonna be biased because I don't think there's any reason ever to put your hands on a woman ever.
Or he just wanted not to be injured.
Yeah, maybe. But he was an older white man though. He's like 50 years old.
That guy's never. That guy either beats the fuck out of his wife, or he's just.
Or he married fucking.
Yeah, he's never ran into that girl and be like, you've got to stop.
He's had her since she was 14. They got married, and she's been just doing whatever he says.
They're playing Mormons their entire life.
Yeah,
they never had any issues ever. But
like I said, man, I'm a firm believer that there's a reason.
I'm gonna tell you a story right now. We're in another apartment. Is the Vantage back in the day? I'm further it is now, but I'm over 21. I'm probably 21-ish, maybe I might be 23-ish, I don't know. But anyway, we live in this apartment, we're hanging out, we got all these people, it's like 3 in the morning, all these people, Joe T's there, my buddy Caleb's there, me and him were together, and this crazy little girl came in late at night. I don't know how the fuck they got there, who invited them. I think there was a couple, like, Virginia was a few people I didn't know, I think, anyway, it don't matter. But somehow these people get there, and the dude that she's with is so fucked up. He can barely walk. I don't know how he got walked up there. We're up the 3rd story.
Yeah.
He literally goes, doesn't know where he's at, doesn't know anybody there. I've never seen him. Falls asleep on our couch. Immediately just boom. I'm like, what the fuck? I look at my buddy Killer. What is this shit? She's acting crazy as fuck. And I'm like, all right. Like, they gotta go. So I said, hey, you gotta get the fuck out of here. And she starts going completely batshit crazy. Like, completely crazy. She's jumping up, fuck, you don't know where my truck's at. I don't know what's going on. Where the fuck am I even at? I'm like, I don't know how you got here. I don't give a fuck, but you can't stay here anymore. You're making too much noise. You're being crazy. Dude, she just fucking lunges at me. Like, she's little. I'm not exaggerating, probably this tall. She lunges in the air at me. I don't punch her, but I grab her by her fucking face. Right? That's all I caught. And I just heave her across the room as hard as I can. And she flies.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what she was going to hit. I didn't care.
Yeah.
But Joe T caught her mid fucking air and set her down. I was like, bitch, you need to go. And then I grabbed that dude up by his neck of his shirt, his pants, and picked him up on his feet. And he just walked. And he's sober real quick. They walked straight down the stairs, watched him leave, like straight to the truck and left. But she was completely like that girl, fucking crazy.
Just like
she came in talking crazy
and
shit.
anything can set them off. You know what I mean? Like
she came in like,
or they come looking for a problem.
She came in fire. I was like, who is this chick? Everybody was chilling. It was like a really good time until she showed up. And then I'm sitting there. I was amazed how high she. Well, the reason she lunged so good, there was an ottoman in front of me. She like ran and like jumped off the ottoman. I was like, bitch. I caught her on her face. So I wasn't playing. I was trying to catch her by anything. But I ain't gonna lie, like, I didn't feel bad about it.
There's a reason for everything.
Like if I was walking around and the girl was just punching my wife, I'm gonna cold cock that woman unconscious. 100%. I'm not gonna think about it. If my wife's getting doled up and she can't handle this, I'm gonna come up and drop this girl and then start dropping her ball.
Because this is my life. I am when you marry someone, you become the protector of all.
Yeah, I don't care.
And from all.
If a zebra attacks or a lion attacks, I want to take them all on.
Yeah.
And people like, girls should fight their own fight. I'm like, I don't know. If I got a homeboy completely getting devastated, the dude ain't stop beating up, I'm probably going to drop that dude too.
Yeah.
I'm going to protect the people I care about.
And that's what you got to do.
And not feel bad.
And most importantly, you got to protect yourself. And I was in a position where I had to protect myself. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Just because, I'm 5'7". At that time, probably 190. You know what I mean? She's 5'9".
Oh, she's taller than you.
Bigger than me. Taller, bigger than me. You know what I mean?
Oh, she had booty.
And when she's standing over me,
stuck around for.
Standing over me, bro, with both hands around, like now we're in a situation where
I'm not trying to laugh at you, but that is funny. You're like,
yeah, now you're in a situation where you're like,
shit, like, you ain't going nowhere, nigga.
Yeah, and so now you're in a situation where you're like,
she's bigger
like
than me.
It's fight or flight, but there is no flight because she has a hold of me,
and she's physically bigger than
yeah. So now it's fight or flight, and I have nowhere to go.
Right. She's forced herself. My mom told me that if a woman puts herself in a man position and gets treated like one, that's her fault.
But my thing was, I felt like I only did what was necessary. That was enough to get her off me and get out. I mean,
Right.
it's not like boom, boom, 2 black eyes, busted lip, teeth knocked out, and I stopped her.
And she was drinking, and she played it all night, and she just stumbled half retarded down the ground.
And I'm like, man.
Even if she did slide across the ground and break a table, who gives a fuck? You just got her off of you.
But we're like, bro, we in the bathroom, mind you. We're in the bathroom. Like, there's a his and her sink, and then there's a walk-in closet. So there's like this much space. Like, there's not much room.
What you should have did, bro, you should have hit her put your hand on the faucet and sprayed the water in her face. And she's like, ugh. Just dip off real quick.
I couldn't even, like, I'm pinned up against the wall, G. Like, there's nothing I could do. You know what I'm saying? I had to get her off of it. Like, this ain't no friendly shit. She trying to choke me
and
out.
Nowadays, I mean, she's lucky that there couldn't have got to do much worse to her than like just physically beat the dog shit. Like, oh, you gonna put your hands on me?
Yeah. And then after being warned, like, hey man, don't put your hands on me no more. Just let me get my shit, let me get out. You know what I mean? Like, it don't gotta be this.
It's like the Ray Rice thing. Remember Ray Rice?
Yeah.
The only part of the video is when you saw her get laid out.
Yeah.
But she even said no one saw what I did before. She might have beaten the mess out of him. I don't know if she ever came out and said
you can only kick a dog so many times, man.
Yeah, especially if you don't give them nowhere to go. They're stuck in a corner.
Corner somebody, man. You know what I mean? You run out of options. And
I know with a headbutt, honestly. She's taller than me. It's perfect. But this part just, she went out.
And so, you know,
fucked her teeth up. She would have looked good. No one married her.
And for some reason, bro, like, I couldn't get angry. Like, I never got to the point where I was angry.
Like, in the moment?
Yeah, in the moment. Like, God or somebody was praying for me at that moment. You know what I mean? Because I couldn't get angry.
I can't believe this fucking happened. I can't believe I played football with you. You were always cool. We worked together. Always cool. Never had an issue. And then you guys see a court member again. I'm like, what?
And people are like, man, there's something about it. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, somebody's watching over you. Because had you went full, because I'm an extremist to the max.
You let her go sling your dick and you were cool with it.
Had you went full Curtis, who knows what would have happened? For some reason I just didn't get angry, man. My anger, I don't know, was suppressed at that moment. Like, I don't know.
You know what though? Sometimes you get a little older and you start realizing like what's the appropriate. Some people do. What's appropriate way to act in certain fucked up situations that back in the day you would have tripped out on.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, if I beat this woman up and lose my shit, go crazy and hurt her or something, smash something.
Like I said, no chance at a defense.
I'm a young 30-year-old black man. I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Especially in Midland, Texas.
And so I think that was the best thing that happened. Like I said, man, I don't know what it was. Like, it was comical. Like, literally, just because I'm just being me, just being a smart ass. Like, everything that she does isn't working. You know what I mean? And I think that's why she resorted to violence that quickly. You know what I mean?
Pistol, yeah, she's not taking it seriously.
Yeah. I'm just being a condescending little asshole.
She probably also had a lot of men in her life that were just like, yeah, okay, sorry, I've never.
And you know, the age thing may have been a big deal. Like, I felt like sometimes she tried to parent me. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I'm like,
she was what, 15 years old?
Yeah, I'm like, no, like, it's not gonna work, you know. And
I mean, do you have like a son weird complex?
Like some weird shit, yeah.
Weird shit.
So, you know what I mean? Like I said, I don't know exactly what caused it. You know what I mean? And it very well could have been my mouth. Like I said, you know what I mean?
You talk shit.
But you know, I'm a condescending. That's who I am. And so,
it'll never change.
I'm not gonna cut you any slack when you do stupid shit.
No,
so
I don't either. I think
you've tried to ambush me twice. Like, you literally thought this out to the point to where you hit your car and you attempted your plan and you failed at it twice. And so you just abort mission and just try to beat me up? Like,
man, I'm just saying, as intelligent as you are, never let yourself get in that situation. When you walk in, from now on, if girls smell your dick out.
I gotta be. Well, now I feel like this is legit, bro.
I'll be like, did you watch any movies with? She said, no, I can tell the difference.
This is legit. Like, I have a strange fear of strange women. Like, if I haven't known you, like, you cannot pique my interest at all.
So if a girl like looks sexually appealing, you're like, that's good, but
I'm like,
she just a little nip, nothing.
Like, I have a fear of women that I do not know.
So if a woman just approached you, like,
Yeah, I'm already like, bitch, who sent you? You know what I mean? Like I'm literally in that place. Like 80 degrees outside. I've been on the lake water for so long, bro. Like 80 degrees outside, I'm still putting on sweatpants because I was so embarrassed to have it on. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like to even go outside, like I still put on sweatpants right now. It's been a few weeks. You know what I mean? Like
you have PTSD from being
like, you know what I'm saying? But like I really have a fear of these strange women.
Well, you should before this or now?
No, now.
Oh, you should.
You know what I mean? Like
you fucking should.
If I don't know you,
that's a good thing. I think this is a good thing that came out of this.
If I don't know you, bro, the chances of you getting engaged in conversation with me are slim to none.
It's good. Keep that. That's probably good.
And I'm like I don't want no part of this shit.
There's some good girls, man. There's some good girls out there. I had a girl on this podcast, gorgeous chick with her friend, and she can't find a good dude because y'all motherfuckers are scared.
I'm terrified.
Well, she was mean too, though. She's the kind of girl, if you approach, she ain't approaching nobody, I guarantee you that. She don't have to, but she's kind of one of those, like, if you approach her, she'll eat you up anyway. You'd be like, okay. You'd definitely be like, no, I can't. She's too aggressive.
And so I'm like
she might beat me up.
And so like I bullshit with my boys now because I'm back playing softball. And you know, just the shit talking about that, I'm like, hey bro, you hit me, I'm calling the police. Like I've been through this too much, you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta call the police, I'm gonna give you Facebook information, I'm giving them everything. You're not getting away with this, you know? And like, you know, just one of those things.
So now that you're like free to move about.
Like I said, like the first few days, bro, like I was on my schedule.
Just get up there.
Yeah, just rocking my schedule, bro. And
so now you're getting up land living.
Yeah, I'm getting out a little bit more. And nah. I go play softball, I go straight home. Like I'm not into the whole.
You don't play football nowhere? Flag football?
I just play softball with my boys, man. Like I said, that's kind of became my inner circle. Just my boys that I play ball with, because when I stopped playing flag football, I went over to play snowpit softball.
Yeah.
And so that's my crew. That's what, you know what I mean? That's where we are. That's where we stand. And
I don't know problems.
Yeah.
No problems.
And like any girls that I know are from out there, their husbands, boyfriends, or they play ball or whatever. But other than that, like I'm not interested in meeting new people. I just don't have no interest in that shit.
Getting married, getting laid up to this point in your life is pretty much done.
What I'm saying is, if I haven't known you before this happened, the chances of that happening are zero.
All the women that are single that you've met to this point in your life that you're okay with end up getting taken off the market. Then what yours is it?
Listen,
I can't make not even a.
If all else fails, I'll shoot my best shot at my son's mom again. Because in all actuality, she's probably one of the best women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have a couple female friends who I think are excellent women. You know what I'm saying? But
you don't want to touch them or be within arm's reach.
I don't want to.
Can we just talk, but not be in the same room?
Yeah.
Just FaceTime.
Yeah, like I'm like that. Even like it's dreaming
between like
me and some of my friends. You know what I mean?
It makes sense though. Thinking like, I'm afraid if I fucking do anything with one of these random girls, they'd be like.
And because like for as long as you Google my name now, this shit is gonna pop up.
I know, that's the word I Googled today. Just like that's fucked.
You know what I mean? Man. For as long as you Google my name now, this is gonna pop up. And Friday, I have an expungement hearing, but it don't take off the internet.
No, that's it forever.
You know what I mean?
It's off your record.
It's off my record, but it don't come off the internet. So anytime that somebody Google my name, this is what they're gonna see.
Yeah, if I'm gonna employ somebody, I'm gonna.
And I have to explain this, and I have, you know what I mean?
Show the paper.
Yeah, I have to explain this shit. You know what I mean? And I don't have a problem explaining it because, like I said, I never felt like I did anything wrong. I never felt that I was excessive. I never felt that I went too far.
No.
So I don't have a problem explaining it. But forever and a day, the first image you see is a mugshot.
Yeah, it won't be no football shot or like that.
It's a mugshot, bro. And so, you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like it's necessary to have to do this over and over and over and over. You know what I'm saying?
Just watch the podcast, bro.
And so,
subscribe.
Subscribe. But yeah, man, that's just kind of my thing, you know? And like I said, going through this whole thing, man, my support system was through the roof. You know what I mean? My mom and my dad, first of all, they went to an extreme measure of, first of all, believing what I was telling them. in order for them to want to even put their house up and all this stuff to get me out on the bond. I was so excessively high. So with that, and then next I go to my brother and my son's mom because I have a 3-year-old nephew.
Yeah.
And so that's all I got. You know what I mean? My nephew, my son, and then my son's older brother, who I love to death. You know what I mean? So these 3 boys, pretty much all I got. So for them taking the time out to make sure that I saw them on a regular basis. You know what I mean? I saw my son, my nephew. I saw the boys on a regular basis. And, you know, we stand outside and throw the baseball around or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then I have a couple of friends, a couple of choice friends who never doubted the things that I said, who never once questioned it.
Right.
To a point where a couple of them never even asked me what happened.
Right.
Like, hey man, I know you didn't do that shit. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, never even question what happened. So those people I can put in a box and
No, you're good.
And through the whole thing, the court process and all that, a couple of relatives, my cousin, my aunt, and then my uncle's ex-wife, who's still part of the family. They got 3 kids together, but she was there every day. Every single day.
That's crazy.
She came every single day. Anybody needed a ride, whatever. She picked them up, she brought them. So, just...
She's still in the family.
Still in the family, man.
How does that work?
After like 20-something years. They've been separated for like 20-something, you know.
She ain't another family?
Yeah, her mom, her sister, she has a, but she's been with us.
That's her family, y'all?
Yeah.
He don't mind?
What did he say?
We don't none of y'all be like, you're not, get out of here, lady.
No, she's Christmas, Thanksgiving, she's there. And
I mean, people invite her, obviously.
Like, literally, we don't have to anymore. Like, she's part of the family.
That's
like, there's nothing, especially between the nieces and nephews, my cousins, there's nothing you can tell us that would make us feel any different about her.
That'd
you know what I mean?
be different because, like, my Uncle Lonnie's my Uncle Lonnie forever. Once we found out he did my aunt, but hey, you gotta go. You can't be hanging out here, bro. If you try to hang out, like, hey, what are you doing? Fuck out of here, bro.
No, see, we don't have that. And so, you know what I mean? I just want to say thank you to her. Debbie, I love you.
That's bad.
And just people that have been there, man. Like I said, my aunts and cousins, just my family support system. Everybody just checking in, and my boys just checking in. You know what I mean? Don't have to be every day, but everybody who, you know what I mean? People who brought me dinner, people who, whatever. You know what I'm saying? While I was confined to my house, like, thank you guys.
Came by and kicked it with you.
Yeah, just come by and kick
you know who your friends are, dude.
Yeah,
you can't go
get sick or go to jail.
And
you find out who they are.
Yep, and they come over and they see you. They spend it because it's time. Time is what matters. When you really break it down, like you can buy people shit, you can buy really expensive shit, but if you go buy a bunch of shit and hang out with them, don't answer their text back, whatever, then you really don't care about it.
Man.
This is a little mask to throw a little smoke screen with all the gifts, but people that come over and spend time, take it out of their day, they're eating their own personal time.
Yeah, take away from everything, the kids. Like, a lot of people, well, I'm not going to say a lot of people. There's a choice few people who sacrifice some time and things, money, even, like I said, buy me dinner, bring me whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And those people, they know who they are. I'm not going to say no names. But, man, those people, like, forever indebted to those people. Because this has been a hell of a long 30 months, bro.
Oh, I can imagine.
Long 30 months. And some people started the race but didn't finish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And some people who came in the middle and finished up strong, you know what I mean? And so, you know what I mean? Just...
Man, and the older we get, I notice, like, the less actual... I tell my kids all the time, like, my friend this, I say, baby, if you have literally one good, solid friend, not blood, and blood don't even mean shit sometimes.
Yeah.
One friend, you know that dude is down as fuck, or that girl, whoever, you've done it.
Yeah.
Because having more than one is really astounding. Like, I see these people that, it's crazy to me that they have groups. I see them all the time on Facebook. They got their groups, like 50 people.
And I look back.
How can you keep up with that many people? Like, who has the time?
I saw her watching earlier. I just reconnected, I guess you could say, with Heather Hill. You remember her?
Oh yeah,
her and same girl she was with in junior high school. Like, I just seen her there, like, on a girls trip and something. Like, how did that happen?
I don't get no friends like that.
So I mean, like I said, I have a couple of really close friends. One we kind of on the outs right now, just over some stupid stuff, but the love is there and the appreciation is there. You know what I mean? And even through the whole thing, because I'm pretty sure I was not easy to deal with during this whole thing. I don't think I was mean.
Why are you so ugly sometimes?
But I was a little. You know what? You know what I was though? I was demanding. Like I expected people to do shit. You know what I mean? Like you're here, do it. You know what I mean? So.
For what?
I don't know. I just felt like
fuck you, I'm leaving. You can't chase me.
Yeah, like I can't go to bed.
Fuck you out.
Yeah,
call me.
And so I was a little demanding, and that's you know what I mean. That's
bro,
just,
they must be some good friends.
Yeah,
my good friends are like, hey, bro, I'll see you when this shit's over. When that shit comes off, I'll come back around.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to fuck you up.
and so you know what I mean.
You little asshole.
Yeah, but I was that person, man. Because I was like I said, I was angry for a long time at that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I get it.
And I felt like I was being treated unjust. Like I felt like I was just being treated
You
wrong.
see what I'm talking about? The ugly that it comes on everybody else that don't need to get it.
Yeah, it
So
does.
when you carry, like you talking about that lady, you go and take, if you carry that with you, even though it's over,
Still shit on the wrong people.
there'll be somebody that loves you to death, but that motherfucker,
Yeah.
and you don't even know why.
Yeah.
They'll get it, not the people you have it towards.
And so, you know what I mean? Like I said, I just want to take a little bit of time out to say just thank you to those people. Y'all know who y'all are. You know what I mean? I see a couple of y'all watching.
You should take time out and just start relaxing.
Yeah. Love you guys. Thank y'all so much. But yeah, man, you just gotta, these women are insane.
Not all, there's some good ones out there, but I think
People in general. I'm gonna say people are insane. People make, like, man, when you're not doing what people want you to do, they'll do anything to bring you down.
if you're not team whatever they're into, that's kind of how it is right now. That's why I try to tell you, I try to look at things where I'm like, I get that people aren't going to do what I like or be into what I'm into, but I can find common ground. Let's say, let's just say I like hot rods or I like drift cars, but this other guy likes some weird looking, like those cars, the wheels poked out all weird, and I think it's ugly as shit, and it makes no sense to me, and I think it's a dumb waste of money. But the fact that you have invested so much time and passion into that ugly ass car, I can bond.
I can respect that. Yeah,
and respect that. Like, I have that much passion towards my things that I think are special, and you think that's because you might think my shit's stupid. I go rock climbing. It does nothing for nobody. It's like it's literally worthless. So people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? You ride a kid's bike and you climb on rocks. So I understand people are different. They're always going to be different.
Yeah.
And if I'm constantly judging, I'm going to constantly be upset. I'm going to constantly be thinking why they got something. This is how it's human nature. It's kind of like it's just kind of like a virus that you can grow inside. You just feel if you keep that shit.
Yeah. And like I said, man, you got to step back and you got to see that all these people you surround yourself with will turn on you quickly.
Oh yeah.
And there's a
Except
few
for-
choice people who will defend you to the death.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I had a person defending me who I knew. I had hung out with a couple of times and apparently made an impression on because I was actually friends with her husband. And she defended me all over social media. She did a lot of things that I expected other people to do, to get from other people. And she was the one who stepped up and did it.
Unexpected one.
You know what I mean?
Legit.
And so, I mean, just like I said, man, some people can look at you and they can see the good in you, and some people can understand who you are, what you're capable of, and how far you'll go in certain extents. And some people won't even question it, you know what I mean? And because would I sit here and say, yeah, I did that shit and got away with it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? After the fact, yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah.
If I did it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
Simple motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying?
I'm off. You can't do nothing to me now.
I can't do shit now. But to have to go through all that shit, man, for something that you had no control, well, in the situation had no control over, it was rough.
I can imagine.
It was rough, bro.
I couldn't imagine. And like you said, there's the people that you start going, oh, I don't know anybody that really gives a fuck. Most people just left, talk shit, or just don't have time.
We don't got time, and that's most of it. Nobody has time And that's what I hear all the time. Like, I'm so busy. Yeah, but you've posted 16 times today on Facebook. You have 7. You've liked every single thing that I posted, and I haven't done shit all day because I've been stuck at home. But you are the first person to like it all. You have like 66 snaps, but you never text to say, "Hey, you all right?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's kind of where you get with people. And that's the kind of things that I kind of watched out for the people who, if I wasn't texting them, we weren't talking.
Yeah, well, that's like I said. People that invest time are the ones that care.
Yeah.
There's not many either.
Nobody, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm not texting you first, and so I've learned, the one thing I learned through this whole thing is to treat people the way, deal with people the way they deal with you.
Yeah, I get that. I'm with that.
You know what I mean?
Well, if you don't want to talk to me, I don't want to talk to you. And I don't mind reaching out even more than once. But after like 2 times, 3 times, I get it.
I feel like I'm being ignored.
I'm being ignored, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I get it.
Like, cool. But don't expect anything else.
Yeah, I would just say for like the first one, hey, dude, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, cool. And it saved me the 2 embarrassing texts coming next.
Yeah.
After like a week of just.
And you know, I kind of finally, one of my friends, man, I finally had to have the conversation, like, where was all this when I needed it? Well, maybe I wasn't the friend I should have been. There's no maybe to it. You weren't.
So is there like no redemption in your eyes? Like, you're pretty rough.
I'm a grudge holder.
I can see right there. No, you weren't. And he's like, what if he said, you're right, I was a shitty friend. I fucking sucked it up, but I'm here now. I don't want to make it up. I'm here for you. You're just like,
nah, I'm good. Because there are people who stepped up. And when I feel like you've held a spot and you relinquish your spot on your own and somebody fills it, and that spot is just filled. Like, I'm a grudge holder, man. Like, I really am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a grudge holder. And I don't know where I get it from. You know what I mean? But I'm a grudge holder.
So that's, I got it. Man, hey, I get it. 100%. Sometimes that's a good way of survival. I have these seats. They're filled. If you leave or get cut and it gets filled, there's no coming back.
Once you're in that seat, I'll never cut you. Right. You'll get all the slack, you'll get all the leeway, you'll get all the chances you want because I felt you were important enough to put there in the beginning.
Right.
If you relinquish that on your own,
then it's over.
There's
no coming back. Not even kind of a friendly, it's nothing.
There's no coming back. We can be cordial. I'll speak to you when I see you, but it ain't really no friendly shit going on.
Well, I mean, I can't manage you for that.
Is that a shitty way to be?
No. I mean, we live in a crazy fucking time. When you're open-hearted and you're forgiving. The thing here's what people. I always see people get upset on Facebook and shit. They're always like, every time I'm nice to somebody, something bad happens. Duh. But I'll dig through a pile of shit to find Jim. Like, that's what I'll do. Like, and so if I'm gonna be kind-hearted and try to be more open-minded and try to see things from other people's sides, realize that going into with this mindset and this way I want to be, I'm gonna get shit on a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna find some really cool fucking people along the way.
And that's how I feel, man. I feel like if I can find it, and I found those people. 34. I just turned 34 Thursday. 34 years old. I think the people that I have in my circle right now are the people I'll take into my 40s and my 50s and my 60s. And I hope those are the people that I take that far.
I feel like there's nothing wrong with that at all. I feel like I want to, everybody that I have around that I care about now, I hope they're still with me in my 40s, but I'm hoping to meet a bunch of more people.
Oh yeah, you definitely want to add to that. Because your army got to be strong.
If I would just feel like, it's like this. Here we go. If I was born a white dude, around a bunch of white dudes that hate black dudes, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, no doubt.
So if I only have these circle of friends, and I get this one mindset, we'll never fucking no new friends. I hate that.
That's the ignorance.
What, you gotta let people in all the time. You gotta be open-minded, and you gotta be friendly, and you gotta be willing to get your shit broken, and your heart broken, and your face shit on. But when people do that to me, even in like a friendly manner, I go, I have seats for them too.
Yeah.
If I don't have seats, if we're saying, but those seats are over here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know what you are. I know what you need. And maybe there is redemption. I feel like there's redemption for everybody. If somebody is put in one of those seats even, later on down the road, come around and like, No, you know, like I think that because, like you said, look how I was years ago to him now. I wouldn't even hung out with a fucking guy I wasn't 22 years old.
Yeah.
If they got walking in the door, like, dude, get that fucking maniac out of here. Eddie's problems.
Just because of the way.
So I keeping grudges, as I think is I personally think is an unhealthy way of living because you're gonna miss out on a lot of stuff.
And I'm sure, you know what I mean? I'm sure at some point I'll miss out on some great things.
For sure will.
And but like I said, I always feel like you just said, that there's gonna be somebody great. Somebody great at some point.
If you're, but you gotta be looking for those people. Like sometimes you gotta start the conversation to keep the conversation and almost like that person's kind of, you gotta like go after those people. You can't always be the first one. They're gonna text me or they're gonna hold me.
And like, man, I try to reach out to everybody on a daily basis. You know what I mean? If I fuck with you, I reach out to people daily. You know what I mean? I go by people's jobs. You know what I mean? I have Sarah and I are one of my best friends. You know what I mean? I know what it's like in her field of work. So I'm like, hey, you need coffee? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's right down the street from me. You know what I mean? Like, so I understand the type of things that people require. I consider myself a people person for the most part.
What happens if one of your good friends that's in the chair requires some absence? Like, it's like, hey,
no, it's not about not requiring absence.
I just gotta be on my own for a bit. I'm not gonna talk to you. Nobody.
Well,
and you get offended?
No. I don't need friends who are there every day because I know that that's not logical thinking.
Right.
But I want to be able to pick up the phone and be like, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? Hey, I got this going on. I can't do this right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it literally takes 5 seconds for everybody in America to send a text.
Yeah, I hate text though. I'm trying to think. Maybe
like,
phone calls are better.
I don't like it, but if I call you and you can't answer it, it literally takes.
Right.
By the time you look at it, busy. I'm busy. I'll get at you as soon as I can.
Yeah, I do.
And
hate
that's
that.
all it takes.
I do hate that. It's like, you know, I'll hit you up later. Busy as shit. Or I'm gonna be MIA for, I'll holler at you in a few days. Like a few days is fine or whatever.
Like, I think we lack communication skills.
I'm bad about like disappearing with my friends and just like sometimes I'm like, dude, I just want to hear the fucking static.
Yeah. And you know, just the communication skills. Like I say, I think we've forgot how to communicate properly.
Oh yeah. Text is a terrible way to get your point across, man.
It's terrible because everybody gets to put their own emotion on it.
Yeah, if you're arguing, especially because sometimes you're like, hey, you're right, and they're like, oh, you're right. That's how they take it. Like, it's like, no, I mean, like, I'm sorry, you're right, but they take it as like condescending of some sort.
And you know, and it happens a lot on shitty social media. It happens a lot on social media. People going back and forth, and I'm like, hey man, I can't play Facebook gangster with you, but I can meet you anywhere you want to meet, and we can sit down and we can talk like men. And if you feel like you want to fight it out, we can fight it out. If you feel you want to escalate from there, I'm with whatever you want. Whatever mode of communication you're with, I'm with.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we've gotten to an age to where what are we accomplishing by fighting? Because 90% of the shit is just misunderstanding.
Well, the only thing I can say accomplished by fighting is if, say, you're in a disagreement with someone and that you can't logically have a conversation because they're so fucking irrational, they don't want to have any other thing to do but scream, yell, and act foolish, then sometimes if you want any kind of like, if they don't they won't stop, you might have to dumb down to their level and just be physical, which I don't ever want to do, but that's the only time I can think like,
yeah.
Sometimes
like,
you're so dumb,
yeah.
You won't leave me, you can't agree to disagree, just go
and
away.
Just go away.
You gotta keep doing this, and then I have it's like I also have a thing is I have an area, and if we're heated, I can't let you come in my area. If you keep coming close to my area, I'm gonna react. Eventually, you're gonna get. I'm not gonna get hit first.
My thing is
for sure, I'm not gonna get hit first.
And this is I hate for people when they're animated to talk with their hands.
It makes you nervous.
Like I'm like,
or if somebody sets their things down.
Yeah.
One of my good buddies one time we were working in the morning, and I love this dude. And we're heated, and all of a sudden he just sets his things down. And I fucking got fired up, like I was ready. What's up, you such shit? He was just setting his things down. Me, I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
I go completely shit crazy.
I tell people like I'm scared. I'm scared of somebody harming me.
Yeah.
So I gotta get off first.
Absolutely.
So
I will never teach my kids to wait for the first punch.
Yeah.
I've told my kids, every fight I've ever seen, usually the guy that gets the first one off
wins. Yeah.
By the way, he gifted me a bottle of Crown Black, and we're drinking straight off ice, and it's really pretty good.
It's pretty good, but this shit is strong, especially for somebody who's not a drinker, according to my little brother.
I'm not a drinker either, man. So like this right here is gonna be a little fun.
Yeah, I just didn't want to show up empty-handed, you know.
I appreciate it. I would have something there to drink. We usually have at least a drink on here.
So you know, I didn't want to show up empty-handed.
Sometimes I got to. I haven't done one since football season damn near started. Even before that, I took a little break at the rock climbing real hard, and then I was like, I gotta start getting pot. I love doing these.
Yeah.
And then I took a break.
And like I used to watch them all the time.
Yeah,
I seen, you know, I seen the one you had Marlon and.
I'm gonna have it back on.
There was, I think, I want to say there was like 3 people in here that day.
Marlon and, gosh damn it, Carrie was in here.
Oh, Carrie, yeah.
I think he was so stoned he could barely conversate. He was like, I love, you know, Carrie talks. And then they had friends. God damn it. He was an interesting guy. But I'm gonna have, I think, next one's gonna have one for sure with Tipton. And then after that, I got a few more lined up. There's another guy that has a podcast in town. It's called Off-Brand Podcast here. I'm gonna see if he wants to come on a podcast.
Oh, okay.
He's something like, I think he just started like just working out like an animal for no apparent reason. I can't exactly see why, but I see his post and he's like fucking crazy. He's
I got a buddy. I'm gonna show you this. And he works out like crazy. And man, this dude is huge. And I was like, every time I see him, I'm like, man. Boy Kyle.
I don't want to be big. If I could be smaller, I like to be functional. So like, I say motion over muscle. Does that make any sense? Oh, that dude's jacked. Who is that fucking guy? Jesus Christ. what gym is that? Is that Flex over there in Odessa?
Yeah, he's in Odessa, so.
What the fuck size arms is this? Who is this fucking guy?
His name is Anthony McGuire.
Shout out Anthony McGuire. Is that his thing?
Yeah, man.
Is that his?
Yeah, that's his Instagram.
At ANTMCG12. Dude's fucking arms are. I mean, he's got that arm loader behind him, so it doesn't punch him out. But regardless, I've been in the gym a long time. This dude's fucking arms are huge. Yeah. Don't stop, Anthony.
That's my boy right there, man. He's huge.
There we go.
So
there he is. Look at this fucking dude's arms. Ah! I don't have arms like that at all.
Yeah. So.
I'm about motion over muscle.
Yeah.
I want to be able to do, like, if there's a category of every athletic ability, like if there's like just boxes and you can like mark up certain levels, I want them to all be optimal, as high as they can be in each category. So I've been huge, I've been big, and then like I got so skinny one time that my head looked too big for my body that I just want to be as functional as possible. Find my happy weight, stay around there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I stayed at the house for almost 3 years, so
You should have prison mode, bro.
A little pudgy.
You should have prison mode.
Hell no, I was like in a manic depression.
Well, I'm thinking about doing this thing in training, so I'm thinking about doing a thing for dads that like ain't got much time. Like today I did a workout, it was just a cardio workout with some weights and stuff, but it took me like less than 18 minutes.
Yeah.
And it fucked me up. And I mean, it's quick, easy. I think about doing like some classes for dads.
So you get rid of the dad bods?
Yeah, but you have something like, what's missing, and like we're just saying communication. You get a guy that's like, I want to kind of get in shape. I don't want to fucking go be some freaky animal. I just want to get in shape, lose some pounds, feel a little stronger, feel a little better, a little more flexible. Not be like, oh, to put on my shoes, put boots on. Those dads that want to come out and just be normal dads, like come together, have a good time, not feel awkward lifting and doing workouts. And not like doing anything boring, fun shit. Not going there and doing bench press for 47. Like come out for 45 minutes. Get some shit in and go home. Yeah,
good intense workout.
Yeah, dude, that shit took 18 minutes, but holy shit. And I only have to do it 3 times, and you'll see, and
start seeing results.
You have a tribe, like you build it, like you even say in a group, like this is the group, we come together, that way get a chat going together where it's like motivating, don't eat that shitty food, like.
Yeah.
Like
I think that's my thing, I eat shitty. I still eat like I'm 16.
Yeah, it's like, as a trainer, I other than just like, let's go. I can show you how to work out. Most guys know how to work out, but what most people don't know what to do, or they do what they won't do, is be accountable for getting to the workout on a consistent basis, getting the food that they need to eat, and then not being upset when they do eat shit rotten food.
Yeah.
Like people get in shape, like I'm gonna get in shape, and then they go eat something fucked up, and they feel like dog shit about themselves. I'm like, hey, if you're eating this shit food, enjoy that shit.
Enjoy it and get your ass back over here.
Back on track, 80-20 rule. Like have a day, let the pleasure monkey out, let them out, but then eat good foods. I eat good, tasty foods. Like I think burritos I eat pretty much every day. They're easy, they're quick, they taste good, they're healthy as fuck. They're delicious. And like eat good foods.
Yeah.
And do a little workout 3 or 4 times a week, and you'll notice a huge difference.
Yeah, still I eat like shit.
So say I was gonna train with you, and like on Mondays I knew at the office you went at 9:30. There was burritos, and then at noon there's whatever they'd have, some donuts, and then yada yada snacks. I still accountability. So I'm like, I call these people. I'm like, hey, what do you have for breakfast? And they're like, fuck, well, I was gonna have a donut until you called me.
Yeah.
But they want that.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's like sometimes I might be mad, but you can be mad at me. That's fine. That's my job. But I keep people more on track than anything. That's what a lot of people lack. And that groups like that with those men would keep people coming. Like keep going like, oh, I see, Mark over there lost 8 pounds. He's looking good, getting stronger, and he's been eating a little bit better. And he fucking kind of sold out. He went all in. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it too. And Mark's been telling me, that's just. I think shit men for sure has been lacking.
Yeah.
There's a lot of men that come together. And I think that's great too. And there's a lot of certain kind of women that should come together. They're too scared to go out in public. I'm gonna do something for them too. But for men, I hear it all the time. They're just like, nah. But get them together. We're like silent. I'm gonna do my thing real quick, babe, for 45 minutes and come back. But they get pumped and see the dudes have little texts or like talk shit to each other like men, like a little men, like a football team.
Just being men. And I think we've lost a lot of track of that, men in general, and just don't know how to be men anymore.
Mm-mm. Like I think we're supposed to be kind of rough and
a little rugged and
like there's nothing wrong with that. Instead of being so, and I don't know, I've seen some crazy shit. Like I saw the new masculinity, and there's this dude. I want to say it's Pharrell, dressed in like
skinny jeans.
No, dude, like a full like crazy yellow gown. I should bring it up. That's a gown, it's a dress.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
and
no.
And you want to say it's generational, then you look and Pharrell's like 40.
Yeah, no. The thing is like, well, I think it's just in human nature. Like this has been going on for a long time. Like, I mean, dudes have been doing some very feminine things back in the long, like Spartan days, Napoleon days. It's just kind of, I think now it's just pushed so hard. Like I don't know. I think it's maybe it's making a cycle back. But I don't understand what's wrong with being a little bit rough and dirty, not being an asshole, not being like all the fucking time. I think the older a man gets, he should become more refined in the fact that he can control his emotions, he can control his words, he can handle situations the way they need to be handled. He don't freak out all the time. That's a man. I think when they're younger, like I tell my daughter now, they're 12, 13-year-old, I said, these boys are barely humans. They're barely fucking humans. Their bodies are changing, like they got testosterone starting to bust through it. They're having their puberty. They're going through puberty. It's insanity right now. They don't know even how to act around each other. They're punching each other. They see a girl, they freak the fuck out. They get embarrassed. They act crazy. They think if I just jump off this big ass wall, she'll be impressed. They don't know. And then they go into high school at 16, and then they start getting into girls. And if they never had any pussy before high school and get some, then you tell these boys to go into high schools and learn from these teachers after they got some pussy, and they're sitting around nothing but pussy, and they're like, I'm supposed to fucking learn this shit? Yeah. But meanwhile, I'm surrounded by all these girls. This is a setup, and my girls can get a little weenie, and they don't really give a shit. They can go learn and keep going about their day. Boys are we are a whole different creature. You just put us in a room full of girls with testosterone just flowing through 16, 17 tons. Sit your ass down in that chair, don't move, listen to what I'm saying, retain this knowledge, then do it in a test and homework, and then show me that you know what I taught you. I'm going to do it in a boring way. We're not going to be fun at all. It's going to be sitting there. Meanwhile, the boys going with a fucking boner, and they don't know what to do. Girls are going, this is so much fun. It's not. Boys are a different creature altogether. We're so simple, though. It's not hard to deal with boys. You just got to understand them. It's like, kind of stroke our ego a little bit, like give us something to break every once in a while. Yeah. I mean, something. It's not hard. But women could, like, girls could. I always say girls could run the world easy, like easy.
Well,
easy.
They probably could, but
they don't know how to play.
Yeah.
Like in a business.
I think that's the whole reason for this whole lesbian phase that's going on right now.
There's a bunch of lesbians going down right now?
Yeah. Like these butch.
Oh, well.
I think that's the phase. I think it's got to the point to where they can relate to each other and they like dick, but they just don't like what it's attached to, so they'll just go buy one and put it on what they like.
I can get with that. Makes sense to just like cancel out the problem. Like, I like other shit, but this other part sucks.
I think that's kind of where we're at.
Dudes can't do that. You can't. There's not like a vagina strap on, is there, for dudes?
I don't know if there is one, but I don't know if I'd be interested in that or not.
It wouldn't work like you'd think, because there'd still be dick and balls in the way.
Yeah. So.
Hey.
Why am I looking at the ceiling, bro?
He's live on it. What's going on? This is my first FaceTime on the podcast.
FaceTime on the podcast. Everybody, I don't know if y'all can see.
Don't do her like that. She's like, I'm not even ready. Oh my god.
It's my bestie right here, people. And she needed to make an appearance, so.
You should have brought her, dude.
Here she is. She don't never want to come with me anywhere. She always got better stuff to do.
I'm sitting in my house watching the Astros game.
Are we winning?
It's 2-2, bottom of the 6th. They got a runner on first and second.
The Astros.
There we go.
Not everybody's an Astros fan? I don't know why.
Well, I'm an Astros fan from way back.
Okay.
No, I'm going for the Indians.
The Indians aren't even playing.
Well, the other team.
Ah! So she isn't just anti-Texas anything.
Yeah, she anti-Curtis everything, I think.
No, because they haven't been in forever.
Are you a Cowboys fan?
Forever.
Is she a Cowboys fan?
Are you a Cowboys fan?
Absolutely not. Green Bay.
She's a Packers fan.
I'm a Broncos fan since I was a kid, bro.
She's a Packers fan.
And I've been watching football like you were playing it years ago. Brad Richard gets tired of talking about it. I won't even get into that. But man, let's.
Bree was mad at me because I was texting during the podcast. So
it's very professional.
Take responsibility for that, okay?
But,
all right, tell Bree.
Alright, y'all have fun.
All right, well, we're wrapping up now.
We'll wrap up on that, man.
I'll talk to you when we're done, okay?
Alright, bye.
All right, bye.
Dude, I appreciate it. That shit's wild. That's actually having a person that I know.
And bro, you know what my lawyer told me? Sorry, I don't want to start over. He's like, if there was a woman telling this story, it wouldn't be doubted 1 second.
Mm-mm.
So, kind of where we are.
But like I said, we're monkeys. We think about that. What I just said. From age 13, girls see us go fuck. Everybody sees us go crazy, and then we get in high school, we go fucking crazy. We get in college. Oh my god.
Absolutely insane.
Then the testosterone monkeys are out on their own, drinking with these girls, going crazy. We give ourselves this rap.
Mm-hmm. No doubt. We are our own worst enemy.
And then you got these other guys that go completely the other end. They're full babies. You know, that's too much. Like normal dudes like us. I'm a nice guy. You're a nice guy. I mean, you get a whole lot of grudges, but like we're kind people. We have good hearts, but also if we want to, we can be gritty and nasty. And do all the dirty stuff we need to do to be a man. I think that's fine. I think when you hold guys from doing that, like hold men from being men like that, bad things come up.
Yeah, and it's just like people. You have a fist fight. You go out. You have a fist fight. Everybody has that's in God's plan.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you have to know where you're at on the damn
every person.
food chain. You gotta know.
Every man needs to get in the one fight to know he's got.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be like thinking, well, what happens if something happens? I don't know what I can handle. I don't know when I'm supposed to fight or when I'm supposed to run. I mean, and nowadays we're like, you can't do none of that stuff. I mean, fist fights are such not a big deal. Well, somebody's gonna hit their head and guy die. So be it. People die all the fucking time. I mean, it sounds terrible, but nobody intentionally is trying to
kill somebody. Yeah.
But if that's what happens, so I mean, it's what happens.
And it's like I said, it's become so soft. Even the kids now. I remember growing up, getting a fight at school, 3 days AP, you're back to school.
Mm-hmm.
Now kids got to get arrested. They're in 5th grade. They get in a fight at school, and they got to get arrested.
That's crazy.
You know? So just the environment is so soft, and yeah.
I think it's gonna get better.
I hope it gets better.
I think people are getting tired of it's like slowly getting over the whole like the Me Too thing.
Yeah, it's starting to die out. You know, we've seen too many people make too much money off of.
Too many women like that have made it kind of a joke.
Like my dude, Matt Lauer. I've been watching Matt Lauer since I was a kid. My mom loves Matt Lauer. And I don't see Matt Lauer just being this guy.
No. And I think from what I've gathered, I've kept up with it, he's pretty forward about it, and that she's kind of been shady about it.
She's been a little shady. He wanted to fuck her in the butt.
Yeah, he's like, I was married, I asked, you came over with text, you came by, we did it.
After that, after the alleged assault, we were in an 8-month relationship.
A lot of girls, I think what happens to some girls is they get caught doing something freaky. Yeah. Or they get caught doing something freaky, like something real crazy, and the friend's like, oh my god, I can't believe you had that in your butt. And you're like, he made me do it, right? Yeah. And then it's okay, you like weird things in your butt.
Whatever. You know what I mean?
You gotta take the guy down for it.
20 years. 20-year career gone down the drain just on an accusation.
You know, he gets a vacation. He got millions of dollars.
He does, but he could have millions more.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's just one of those names that sucks. That's what sucks your name is.
And that's what I said. I couldn't let this whole thing be on my name.
No, yeah, that's it. I mean, there's always gonna be assholes, so I don't worry about that either. You have documentation that says I didn't do shit, and then if you want to pay $6, you guys can go buy transcripts.
$6 transcript. If you really want to laugh, if you want to experience reading comedy,
what you should do is buy one for $6,
and yeah, that's what I should do, and print it out and just drop it off to everybody.
And just make it a PDF and just put it on the internet for anybody that wants it. You can download it and just off my PDF. I've invested $6, made a PDF for it. Here, download a PDF.
Yeah. So like I said, man, warnings and things that I should have knew better, and things that people told me were bad, and I chose not to listen to. And
yes. So I think what we've learned from this is you shouldn't hold grudges. Let that evil out.
And listen to people who know.
Yeah, you should start, punch a bag if you have to. And if a girl wants to smell your dick because she thinks you're cheating on her, seriously leave directly after that. Get through the evening if she's not safe, and then disappear. Change everything, your number, your social medias, and just fall off the face of the earth because no one should smell anybody's dick. I'm out.
And I'm out.
I appreciate it, dude. That was awesome. That was a good time.
Thank you for having me.
Well, that is it. All right, next Wednesday, guys, I'll have the podcast about the same time, so tune in.